Sneaky piggy. Well, look, KOH again. We've 110. Made it through another week. The other fellas will be jumping on shortly. For all of you that jumped in that yesterday, sorry about that. Some people can't be trusted to set up things. That would be this guy. I got in a hurry when I was setting it up in StreamYard and forgot about the setting the time. So shit happens. Let's see here. Making sure. I gotta make sure, keep an eye out for folks popping up in the Shane's supposed to make an appearance again. I don't know where Shane. He's liable to be in the back of a bar right now, letting some old ratchet have it. I mean, you never know. He will show up. What are y'all up to today? Drop a carry, all that good shit. Brian should be with us this evening. I haven't heard much out of him, but I'm pretty sure he's feeling a little bit better. Got a pretty laid back week. Nothing crazy going on. Some little bit of trading action. Sent a damn package to Hawaii, which was it's funny that a package from Hawaii is getting here faster than one that come from Wisconsin. What up there, Mister
Well,
Presenter?
hello there, you smelly feller. How's your week been?
Man, so far so good. There's the Terry, the tactical of Terry, the leather works of Terry's. We got some correspondence with Terry this week, some back and forth. And there's nothing like, and Terry probably would be the one that'll tell everybody, there is nothing like trying to deal with my stupid ass on telling you what I want because I will tell you the most fucked up way possible. And then you have to decipher the craziness that comes out of my text.
I'm gonna head backstage for a minute. My camera's fucked up. I'll be right back.
I take your time, Terry. No rush, sir. I do need the bolt butter. We're running dry. We're running dry at the broke ass EDC ranch. We're running a little dry. I got my car that's soaking this shit up left and right. I got blades that are coming in that are going to need some. I I got to remind Kyle that when he types a fucking paragraph, it drags the whole thing down. I mean, there you go. Projectiles has made it back.
Yes. Now you're not looking at my
I'm
side.
very aware of the differences between my ass and a hole in the ground, sir. So there. What do you think of them apples? Oh, look at there. Whatever you did not work.
It's because I'm trying to connect my headphones, and as soon as I do that, it fucks it up.
I always like try to get mine connected before I come in on that like white menu that pops up.
Let's see if I can get it to go back. There we go.
Damn, Terry, you've been busy. Terry's been slanging that hide. I tell you what, I've carried. Oh, look at this. There's a drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, the sexiest fucking guy in the knife game right here.
What's up, Doug?
Not much, man. This Rivery Zero thing, this
Yeah.
little, it is the handiest little bastard. I carried it all week in
Did
this
you?
pocket. I'm telling you, it's a handy dandy little.
Dude,
It
I
keeps
love
me
that
from
thing.
it keeps
The
me from
color.
cutting shit with my knife is what it does. It's
What the
Well,
hell
saving
are
me
those called again, Doug?
a Rivery or no Rivery makes them. I think they're called the Zero.
Yeah, man, that color you got is one of my favorite anodization colors. That
And
candy apple green.
I found these razor blades. They're corrosion resistant coating on them.
yeah.
I work in some corrosive shit, so it eats up fucking everything. You can't have no brass or copper
Have you
because
thought
those.
about thought about those ceramic ones?
Man, them slice blades. Safety guy had us buy those. Look, they're all right, but I don't give a shit. Ceramic will never do what steel does. It just doesn't.
No, Doug.
It should.
It's funny. You posted the thumbnail for this video. You said turning scrap into I can't remember your exact wordings, and that is true on the first. And I made a mistake today. I posted a picture of that prick in all my Facebook knife groups, and I've almost sold a full 4 foot stick of new steel out in pricks in the past 3 years.
That is fucking awesome, man. That
I
is.
also realized
That's
I'm going to
wild.
regret saying this. I also realized that years ago, I put my phone number on Facebook, and people have been calling me all over the country on the telephone, and I almost ignored them because I figured it was a spam call and ordering pricks. So yeah, the rest of them will not be scrapped. I've actually got to cut out a whole stick of steel to make them. So
So you're trying to tell us in the last 24 hours, Facebook is blowed up because everybody wants your prick.
that's exactly right. My prick is in
Wow.
demand.
I
They're
demand.
begging for it. They're
What's weird
begging
though
for
is
it.
this cat from New York called me and he was like, "Hey man, I love the idea. I love the look, but could you just make it a knife?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I mean, could you just go ahead and full grind it and actually make it a knife?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, we can do it. Like, if you want to scale on both sides, we can do that. If you want it full ground, make it into an actual cutting knife, we can do that for a little extra money." I didn't think about the idea of making it a modular system, where people can buy it as it is, or I can full flat grind both sides, or chisel grind it, or possibly hollow grind it. I'm not going to do any hollow grind orders on these first ones because I've got to figure out how to set my table up on my contact wheel. But
That's that hollow grind. That is the man. For some reason, talking about grind, I've been on it all day because of the deep dive in the Emersons
yeah,
and the fact that they're single bevel.
right,
Even this Outlander, it has this grind,
right. But
but
it's
then it's
a single
flat.
bevel. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got that single. And then I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I've never sharpened that.
yeah. They cut good, man.
Yeah.
They cut really well.
So I was out there and we got back from the old Sam's Club. So I started wearing out some cardboard
There you
and it's some of it's cuts.
go. Well, Larry Thomas has always said geometry is more important than steel type. when it comes to edge retention. And when you think about edge bevels and degrees and all that stuff, no V edge. Well, I'm not saying no. Jared Neve is pushing some to dangerous levels, but most V sharpened edges just can't get to the same geometry that a chisel grind does. Because if you sharpen
It's
a chisel grind at 15 degrees, that's 15 degrees overall, y'all.
yeah.
That would be a 7.5 degree bevel on a V ground edge. I mean, I don't know anybody that's ever done it. I did an 11 one time, and it was fragile. It was sharp as shit, but it was super fragile.
Fragile.
Yeah.
Oh, look, back from the damn reserved injured list.
There he is.
I was just waiting the 4 minutes before we start.
How's your pee-pee?
Hey,
What's that?
hey.
How's your pee-pee doing?
Not as good as your prick, but it's more the back pain that gets me.
Man, is it a son of a bitch?
It's funny you mentioned that. I woke up yesterday with my first case of sciatica and could barely walk all day. But I did figure out that walking is the key. You have to walk
Yeah.
it off. Like the more I
It does help.
yeah, the better it got. And only probably in the past 8 hours, I've like seized up only 3 or 4 times. It's weird. It'll just lock your whole body up, man. You just can't move. The pain's so intense.
Friday was finally a good day to get out and work, and I friggin' blew through like 3 tanks of water. Just kept going. My wife called me at 4 o'clock. She's like, "You almost home?" I'm like, "No, I just filled up the water tank." I got fucking work to do, and I'm paying for it now.
Did
My
you see that
my
I
knee is
apologized?
fucked.
Did you see that I apologized to you for mentioning how I rid my home of bugs?
Mm-mm. I didn't see that yet. What?
I didn't think about it, but I mean, you probably don't have many customers that are in the live stream. But
Oh, it don't matter.
we had a hole in our kitchen floor, and I woke up one morning to some noise and went in there, and my father-in-law had ripped the entire kitchen floor out, and then ripped the walls
Jesus.
out, the cabinets, the appliances. He gutted our kitchen, and within about 3 months, it was disgusting, Doug. Like you could go and tilt my router over, and there'd be 300 cockroaches piled on top of each other, hovering around the router.
Yeah.
We were infested. I tried everything, dude. I was getting up in the middle of the night, after the lights being off, and going there and spraying aerosols, and I bought, the pump chemicals.
That's the problem, is all the shit they sell over the counter that you guys can get, all you're going to do is create resistances.
Right. Well, I didn't even knock a dent in them. Well, one day I was scrolling Instagram, and Kyle can make fun of my history for buying shit off Instagram. It's a complete scam. But there was a product called Roach Bane. It was like $20. I ordered it. Well, when I got it, I took it out and I was like, man, this just looks like that old Raid gel. It was just a brown gel. But I put maybe a half-inch long line.
What's up, real?
In each room of my home. And in 3 days, nothing. I had completely, in 3 days, they were all gone. We didn't even find dead ones. I don't know where they went. And that was 3 years ago. We hadn't seen a bug since.
Bait's always the best way to go. But you got to get a growth inhibitor in there that stops the egg cycle, or you're never going to get rid of them.
I don't know what's in this stuff, but in the commercial, they were putting it in an aquarium, and the roaches just ran to it and ate it and died. But the only thing about it is, like ants, spiders, any of the other bugs, they won't touch it. It just attracts roaches and it kills the shit out of them. And I haven't had to retreat. I still got 3/4 of that $20 tube. It's not a very big tube, and haven't seen a bug since. I was just amazed that I ordered something on Instagram that wasn't a scam.
Worked.
Yeah, because I ordered Y'all remember
most shit you see promoting pest control online is bullshit.
Y'all remember those 6 pair of cargo shorts on Instagram for $28?
Yeah.
I never got my fucking cargo shorts.
Man, there's
Dude,
some good looking cargo shorts.
I
Kyle's
had a
like, you should fight that and get your money back. I was like, Kyle,
What's up, Mersol?
I kind of deserved it, dude. That's like $4.25 a pair of shorts. I should have known better.
I
So,
wear brunts every day. And I had a coworker. He's like, dude, he's an older guy. He's like, got a pair of those brunt work boots off Facebook last night. I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah. Only paid $26 for them. I'm like, oh dude, you got fucking scammed. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, dude. I was like, you can't pay $26 for a pair of boots, man. It doesn't fucking happen. About a week later, he came to me. He's like, yeah, I think I got fucking scammed.
You think? I told you got scammed.
Yeah.
I see Mirror Salt's in the chat. Mirror, I don't know if you saw, I posted your chef's knife on Instagram, and all that lights is sharpening, and I did realize that I had some epoxy in the little hanger hole, so I have to re-drill. I got to run a drill bit through that, ship it off to Kyle. I got a bunch of stuff going out in the mail over the next 48 hours. So,
I got a ton of shit.
if
I
you
wish the
did
mail
see
was
it,
a day early.
if you did see it and didn't at least comment or give it a heart, but
What a dick move.
yeah, what a dick
Well,
move, Mirror Salt.
Hey, Kelly.
I mean, Marcel is kind of known
He is
for
a
dick
dick.
moves.
I'm
I
But
doing
he
all right,
loves, but
Kelly.
he fucking
Thank you.
loves Olight.
In his defense, he bought a kitchen knife for me. I've lost track of time. It may have been a year ago at this point. And he was 100% correct that the handle was too small. So I told him to send it back. And there was no way to fix it. It was already made. So I just told him I'd just make him a different design and make the handle bigger. And then that shit with my foot happened. So he's been waiting a long time, patiently, and has been understanding. So
Where's the old knife?
I gave it to my brother-in-law for Christmas, and he loves it.
I was gonna say I could make you a bigger handle.
Yeah. I figured out ways now. The problem is Mearsalt was very, very picky about having finger clearance. So if I widened the handle any at all, he was going to lose finger clearance. So I just gave up on that knife and made him another one. And it's a way nicer knife now anyway.
Same here, Terry. It's gonna be a good week in the mail.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to stop spending. It's a good thing those pricks blew up. I got to replenish some money, man. I have almost spent as much on grinder belts as I did a damn grinder. Like every time I see something I don't have and I couldn't have before because I couldn't buy it to fit, I just have to have it. And you can't buy one. You know, you got to buy 10. There's 10.
I have so much money in tools, in sandpaper, in equipment, in material. It's not even funny.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Let me show y'all something. Give me just a second. I got a whole box of goodies. All kind of stuff to show off. It's been a very productive week. But the thing I'm kind of the most excited about is my Kydex has always been horrible. So I finally bit the bullet and bought a t-shirt press. And now you can actually see the outline of the knife in my Kydex. This
Nice.
is,
That looks pretty good.
I still have to clean it up. And I
that
still
looks
haven't
really
figured
good.
out the thumb ramp. Like I've got to learn to leave an extra inch so I can put the thumb ramp. But these guys are local; they're not going to care. But yeah, so my Kydex is way better. The screws, I got the clips over there. I got to bolt the clips on.
That's nice.
No, that looks really good. Dude, I just fucked around with a holster all morning. I got one of those holsters from We the People. Don't buy one from them. Wow.
Yeah,
What a piece of
they're
shit.
like melted milk jugs.
Yep.
Premium milk jug material.
They're almost as bad as the Kydex sheath that cans come in or come with.
Yeah, I did. a lot of work to it. I am too impatient to wait to get another holster, so I just drilled a bunch of extra holes in it and put extra spacers in it and made it stiff. But man, it
I,
was annoying.
I don't mean to show off anything Terry didn't make, but this is my local leather sheath maker. Um, the logistics of shipping a knife to Terry and having him make the sheath and then ship it back for local sales doesn't work. But now that he's got the pattern for these, uh, he can make the sheaths, and I can just have him ship me the sheath. So I've been using this local guy, but he's really, really good, but he's super undependable. But this knife is for a buddy of mine that's a really big Pantera fan. So he wanted it lasered with VDOP, Vulgar Display of Power, the Pantera album. Oh, you got a
Yep.
Pantera t-shirt on.
And a fucking warhead hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I
It's a little billboardy, but
fucking love it, man.
yeah, if
That
you're
is
going to
beautiful
billboard
shit.
something, it should be Vulgar Display of Power.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that Terry's not the only person that does leather work?
Yeah, there's a couple others. But here's the thing. This guy lives 5 minutes from me. It took me 3 months to get this sheath. Now that Terry has the pattern, I can call Terry and be like, hey, man, can you make me a homestead sheath? I'd be willing to bet I had it within 7 days.
Oh, yeah.
Him making it, shipping it. Now, if I didn't, I wouldn't be upset. Don't get me wrong. But this dude's
But Terry,
extremely talented, but he's undependable with his tattoo work. Like, you make appointments, he don't show up. He's just he's always been this way. But man, Terry's work is elevated. Everything he makes is a little better than the last. So that's why I wanted Terry to keep patterns, so I don't have to use this guy anymore. And the weird thing is, I don't even have to pay this guy. He's not charging me because every knife I make, every model I make him one of them, and he does all my laser work and all my leather work for free. And I'd still rather pay Terry because of the stress and anxiety of having to wait on this dude to deliver my sheath.
yeah, if you got to wait and then somebody's wanting, because you know how knife folks are,
Yeah, man, they get
fucking want it now.
Patience is a virtue, and knife people don't have it.
No, not at all.
Well, most don't. Some do.
You saw I posted that joke wolf. That blade has been missing since a week after you mailed it back to me. Like, I laid it somewhere and misplaced it, and I literally just found it a few weeks ago and decided to finish that knife. How long has that been since you sent those back to me? That's been over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think
I remember
so.
you talking about it.
But what's
I
crazy?
think I sent that back to you when I sent your Stevie's.
Yeah.
Or sent Stevie's out.
Yeah, what's crazy is that K390 didn't have a speck of rust or patina on it. Like, I haven't hit it on the. Kyle recommended that I hit it on the finishing belt because that's Dave's hollow grind. Keep in mind, man, that was some of Dave's very early grinding. So the scratch pattern's a little rough, so I'm gonna clean it up some. But I was just shocked that the K390 just laid there in the shop for a year unprotected and was fine.
Well, and it sat in my shop for almost a year.
Did it have bolt butter on it?
No.
Nope.
Bolt butter didn't exist when this knife was made, dog.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this was pre-bolt butter days.
This one was in with them, and this one had some service stuff on it because it was the top one that sat for a bit, and I cleaned this up.
Speaking of Terry, though, I got to brag on my boy again. Hang on, I got to grab something else.
Yeah. No, Terry reached out to me Thursday. Was it Thursday morning? Me and him was back and forth on the thug sheath. And I was wanting some other things. And poor Terry trying to decipher through me explaining what I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a little rough on him, but we finally reached an understanding.
So Kyle and Terry got together for my birthday. I was actually alone for the whole week of my birthday. and didn't. Uh, I'm not trying to cry, baby. I didn't get a single birthday present, but Kyle and Terry got together and made me this leather notebook that fits
Oh, that's cool.
perfectly in my pocket. It's got a little bolt.
That's like perfect size, man.
I don't know who made the pen. Doesn't matter. But yeah, man, this thing made my birthday. This was awesome, and I've been carrying it ever since. And I've already started writing down knife orders in it. So hats off to Terry and Kyle for making that happen.
Yeah, it's always a bonus. I don't ever expect even a phone call on my birthday.
Yeah, I don't either. And like I said, I wasn't upset about it. But when I got
What's up, Henry?
when I got something in the mail from those two guys, it was pretty special.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a hell of a bonus.
Yeah.
It's always sweet when homies hook you up.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I never expected this thing to be as popular as it is. And I've explained to them, this is not a knife, guys. That's a 45-degree. You could cut something with it, but you're probably going to work at it. But like this guy from New York wants me to do a full chisel and add a scale to the backside, and he's going to pay more. So I just think it's cool.
I mentioned that to you when you first put them out. All the different options you could do with it.
You'd have to talk to Sharif Manganis, though. I've wanted to make this since before I owned a grinder. This was the first thing I ever wanted to make. And Jason Grant made something similar to it, and it really hurt my feelings. I think he called it the Battle Bar. And so I just dropped it. Well, I'd made a couple of pricks that were very rudimentary, nothing like this. And I had a couple that I owed people, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to redesign it. And I went back to this. I have no issue at all if anybody wants one with the other scale. None at all. Because literally, I'm cutting that piece off, so it's laying there on the table. Actually, I don't even have to shorten, because I have to grind and shorten the hardware. So if I had both scales, I don't have to do that. Just as easy for me to put two scales on if anybody wants one.
What's up, B Shady? It's probably easier to put two on than one.
It's less work, honestly. Yeah, because you just
harder to clean up that other side and have it look nice with.
Right. Yeah. Neil, I will put you down for one if you want one, sir.
Neil needs two pricks.
Think of this as buying a junky ass old Glock. You can either get the basic junky Glock, or you can get it full flat.
God, you just unsold me on one now, calling it a Glock. I don't fucking want that shit.
I said,
man,
you can get a full flat chisel, you can get a full flat V grind, and I've got to figure out my workstation set or my work rest setup.
What's up, Cone?
We offered these in a hollow grind as well. So. And Dom, I appreciate you. Doug, I appreciate you. Everybody that reached out to me about that dude copying my knife, I appreciate y'all. But man, that dude's been making for 18 years. Like he had never seen a cold steel tough line. How do you make that knife and have never seen a cold steel tough line?
I don't know.
That's what I told him. He was like, "Man, I don't want to copy your designs." Like, dude, I straight stole that from Cold Steel. Like, it's all good, man. But he makes. That's not why he's concentrating. If you go to that dude's page, he makes some really high end handmade folders.
Yes, a badass folders. Yeah. I mean, out of what is $300 and $400 an inch steel.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even ask him what they sell for, but he makes some expensive, nice shit. And
God, I wish I could charge $300 an inch. I'd get $150.
But I told him that I've only been making for a couple of years, and he was like, "Hey man, you ever have any questions, need any advice, tech tips, reach out." But in all honesty, that's been almost every maker I've met. Like, none of them are greedy with their knowledge. Like,
no, he was laid back. I messaged him a couple times because I wanted him to be like, "Look, I wasn't trying to start no shit or nothing. I just Because man, that drama can blow up way too fast in this damn community.
Yeah.
Fuck Kunwu.
Cheeto, I appreciate you, Cheeto, for filling me in on the Manix 3, buddy. And I also appreciate you for ordering 2 pricks because that got the ball rolling. Because, yeah, now I'm just going to have to take whole bars of steel and rip them in half. I got a bunch of them to make now.
I figured if anybody needed 2 pricks, it's Cheeto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He is a
Sword,
fucking
doing a little sword fighting.
he's a ski pole kind of feller.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but I am saying if Cheeto's riding shotgun or bitch in the truck, he's anxious about it, and then biceps get to going.
Yeah. He actually ordered 50 pricks, but I ain't seen a PayPal payment yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. We'll tape them together and make a short katana. Yeah, hey guys, though, but if you have a horrible memory like me, I checked with Terry. These are $60 every like
Bless
even,
you.
even if you don't want to carry it in your wallet, just lay it on top of your console. You got somewhere to jot down shit because I forget everything. But
I've got something like it that I ordered that does not look as nice,
I think
and I've had it for a while.
Log and Jotter make one or something. Isn't that the name of that company? Log and Jotter.
Yeah, well, mine holds the field notes
Oh,
That's
size
probably what they have
notebook.
in there, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Like, there's no branding or. Well, wait a minute. That's like a. Yeah, I don't want to pull it out. I don't want to risk tearing it up.
Mine's on the desk at work where you walk around.
That'd
There's
be
people who
perfect.
know more than you.
Making one that would take the field notes.
I could be wrong, Jerry, but I'm pretty sure this is a no-name notebook off Amazon.
I dropped a washer or a bearing, and that motherfucker is gone.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yep.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah, wah.
smells awesome.
Wow, wow, wow.
I sniff Terry's leather every chance I get.
You know, I had to take this knife apart because
Oh,
it's
I'm
got a
wrong.
stupid internally mounted fucking clip, and it got loose.
Oh shit.
That's such a. It looks cool, but it's such a dumb thing to do, dude. If you're not gonna crank your shit down, then don't fucking have an internally mounted clip.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
had an internally mounted one, you should definitely be putting like blue Loctite or
Loctite.
something on it.
Fuck yeah, that's why I just took it apart so I could put blue Loctite on it. And then a bearing or a. Yeah, the bearing went gonzo.
I mean, it sounds a little bit like a rookie kind of mistake, but I mean,
A little.
It sounded like a
just a
Doug
little.
move, didn't it?
I don't lose. I lose fucking screws.
Yeah,
I break screws off.
Terry said he can do this notebook with card pockets, and that could just be your wallet too. I would probably do that if I didn't already love my wallet Terry made me have got already.
Look, I wanted to try one of Terry's wallets, but I've been packing a bad motherfucker wallet, Pulp Fiction style, that my boys got me made about 4 years ago,
Yeah,
and they gave it to me, so I can't.
I get it. I get it.
I've been thinking
I'd
about
have a
getting
hard
one of
time.
those.
I'd have a hard time setting my bad motherfucker wallet on the dresser too. Don't blame you.
I've been thinking about getting one of those like titanium card holder wallets because I'm so tired of fucking how big my wallet is.
I
Yeah,
can't do that shit. I
my
want to sit lopsided.
yeah, my 19. Here, I'll show you the one Terry made me, and it has been in my pocket every day since I took it out of the mail. But that's it, man. I've got 5 or 6 cards in there. I can tuck a little cash here. I think he said
Yeah, that's nice.
I think he told me he's redesigned this outer cash pocket a little bit. And I thought he needed to because like there's not a whole lot of the bill, but I've never had a bill fall out of it. So
Does that leather come looking worn like that?
it was a little rustic when I got it, but it is
I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely getting beat up.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Dude,
man, leather, the more patina, it just increases, man.
I
It's
think so too.
Yeah.
I think it just looks better. I think it's like micarta. If anybody doesn't like micarta after it ages, man, you're crazy. I
Yeah.
think it looks better after it's gotten beat up a little bit. Yeah, that's some good leather. Man,
It
I wish I could.
depends. If
I
you're
wish I could smell
oily as
that
shit and
leather,
your
King.
micarta is like patchy, then it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
got to
agree
be
with you
kind of an
there.
even patina. You don't want it all
No, I'll agree
rusty
with you
looking.
there. I've seen some where like if the handle sticks out of the sheath in a weird way on like a fixed blade, it'll make the micarta age odd.
Well, this is
It's
Sharif.
like that on this bad boy. If you look at the patina from down here and
Yeah.
on the bead compared to the front of the knife, it goes darker the lighter.
Well,
It's not bad though. It's not like one hard spot and then
Well, that's
boom.
because
Oh,
I don't let it get that way, but it would be if I didn't constantly oil this end up so that
man,
it
that's a
blends
beautiful
in.
knife, Shane.
yeah, this is Sharif's, and
Yeah, I like that.
I put bolt butter on it because you can see how light it is with that. Well, actually, it was lighter than that. There's bolt butter here too, and I was gonna just keep applying coats till I got it all one, but I kind of like it that
yeah,
rubbed look.
it's got some like character to it
Yeah,
already.
yeah, I kind of like it the way it is. I did notice a little spot right here. I'm gonna have to reapply it because I got to resand. Y'all see where it's a little rough right there? I got to resand that before I send it to him.
I tried to talk Luke into putting a micarta inlay in a V2 Clydesdale. I don't think he, I don't know if he bought it or not. That and a wire clip.
Yeah.
And Luke does not like wire clips.
Why do you want a wire clip so you can upgrade it easy?
So I can put one of a dozen fucking man Lynch. I sent them a picture, sent them an email, they sent me a clip. It hadn't got here yet, but
Yeah. Casey Lynch is good people, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I've sent them a lot of money.
Yeah, I got a
Yes.
clip from him at Blade Show and asked him if he'd install it, and he did, and then would let me pay him for it. So that was pretty awesome.
Kyle's still trying to move that Clydesdale, folks.
He ain't
And he should
trying
have
too
brought
much. I
like
told
three
him to talk to
knives.
me, and I'd figure something out.
Yeah. But I've got to figure out my scheduling to getting these cut out, and I got to get on Cheeto's bird and trout. Cheeto designed a bird and trout. We're doing an S90V. I need to hit the market pretty soon, and I still have to finish Dylan Mallory's. I ruined Dylan Mallory's forces. I didn't run the blade. I messed up. I drilled a epoxy pass-through hole in the handle,
Mm-hmm.
and then they laid there for months. And when I went back to the shop to work, I drilled the pass-through hole in the scale. So I ruined the scale material, which was all Hanson and Son G Carta. So what I'm going to
Oh,
do is I'm going to cut them off at equal lengths, and
and make like a bolster.
I'm gonna apply a thin white piece of G10, and then it'll be segmented to desert ironwood. So it'll be desert ironwood, little white stripe, and then Hanson and Son G Carta. I
Man,
still don't
that
know how to.
bearing went straight to
I still
hell.
don't know how to finish that stuff, Brian. Like,
What do you mean? Oh, the
just
G-Carta?
yeah, it just stays kind of fuzzy and
It
stringy.
does. I don't love it. I mean,
Well, I've seen it beautiful, so somebody knows how to finish it.
so
I don't think
I polish it.
G-Carta.
Yeah.
I had to polish it up with a buffing wheel after I sanded it down to get it to get.
That's the same block that you sent me, right? Is that off the same piece?
Yeah, these are the ends of.
Yeah, that's I used that. Those went on Crispy Critters bird and trout. I made him. And
I actually think this one is off of the same piece. This is off of another kind I have.
Okay. Well, I mistakenly gave Joe Isabella credit for that scale material, not you.
That's okay.
I told Crispy that Joe donated the scale material because in my head I believed you did. That I remembered that you gave it to me, so that wasn't completely true. Yeah.
What color compound are you using on the buffing on the polishing?
White.
White or pink?
What
Road
is
White is
compound.
for plastics, so I use white because the acrylic in the hair is basically like a plastic when you're buffing.
what is the blue? Like the light blue?
Where?
The compound.
No
I,
compound. I'm not
I got
sure
little
because
sticks
that's
of it.
Oh, I'm not sure what blue compound is.
I've been using blue on my epoxy scales, and it works beautiful. For I haven't turned that buffer wheel on in well over a year.
I like that vintage crosscut.
Yeah. Well, I've got a good bit of. I've got enough steel and rich light, and I've got some vintage micarta I can use on these too. So
I like that vintage
non
bone
ferrous metals.
micarta. That looks really good. That bone linen.
Blue polishing compound is perfect for achieving mirror finish on aluminum, brass, copper, and gold, silver, acrylic.
well, I've been using it on acrylic. So yeah, that's right.
Acrylic. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Terry,
Damn,
Terry, I'll take it. So before anybody answers, it's mine. I will take that.
there's nothing better than the wheeling and dealing that goes on in the chats.
Yeah, I'm just glad I looked down and saw it.
Harry always comes in and mentions some stuff that he's selling because a lot of it goes to me and then never leaves.
That's why I said it so fast. I knew somebody saw a Leatherman and one of his belt sheaths for $65.
I would have bought it to get the belt sheath, and then I probably would have gave the Leatherman away because I have a ton of Leathermans I don't ever carry because I don't like the way they carry. But
Right.
with that belt sheath, I'd probably carry.
Right. I've got a Leatherman, but I'm going to give that one. That one's going to be for my grandson. Yeah.
The only complaint on this Emerson packing it off and on this week, I've got to get a bigger thumb disc.
Yeah.
The thumb disc is just too damn small on
I
this.
haven't touched mine. I just open it with the wave.
Oh, I do occasionally, but I have to be dramatic about it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then stab. If I open it with a wave, I have to do some stab motion.
Yeah, those are
Are
sick.
you wet sanding up to 25,
I need to
Kyle?
get an Emerson eventually. I really, really like them. I like the mods you've done to yours or had done to
The
yours.
the the only advice on Emerson, because most of your collection is all newer, is go with your first Emerson is a newer Emerson. Don't don't
I
don't
love
jump on one of the old ones.
I love my CQC 15, but my actual desire, the one I wanted is it the Commander?
Yeah.
I like the CQC7. That's a newer one I think he's doing. Either you have that.
Yeah,
I just got to find the thumb disc for it.
there's really not
See
much
this?
difference in that though in this 15. It's just got that slight Tanto corner on it.
Yeah, that's an awesome knife. So is there a lot of options for thumb discs for those, Doug? Or is it not much out there?
For what?
Thumb disc.
Thumb discs
Oh,
for that
I mean,
knife.
you can go like Gary's Precision, make some thumb disc, order them off the Emerson site.
Be cool if you could find some. Zircotai ones or something.
Oh yeah, Gary's Precision
Probably
has.
get Brian to make you a really cool micarta one. Micarta would hold up to that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, micarta. You
That'd
can
be
do.
crazy.
That'd be
I've
badass.
never seen anything like
You
that.
could do a
That'd be
micarta thumb
insane.
disc easy. I could do that vintage crosscut. Oh, but you'd want green to match the scales.
Terry, you're paid
I
That'd
money.
be
mean,
so cool.
You could do a green. You could do jungle carbon fiber.
That'd probably be perfect for Dougie's fucked
are
up
you trying to?
thumb too.
I
Are
want no
you trying
carbon
to?
fiber on Emerson. I want G10 or micarta.
Yeah, I'm with him
Nice
on that one.
soft micarta
It
on
would
that
look
fucked up
no the
thumb.
way it would polish up and look. That would be just a little pop with that on the.
Yeah, like, see, that's the kind of thing I could see using like mocha tie for. Just a little bit. I don't.
Yeah, I
If there's
agree.
more than just a little bit, it's too gaudy for me. But it would be cool. But I would rather.
There you go, Doug. Get some. I think I got green burlap, and we'll put some brass in between it, glue it up, and then you'll have like a brass inlay in the disc.
That sounds pretty good.
I no pay the man. Doug never agreed to a micarta thumb disc, but we all agreed for him.
I mean, the way I see it, it would be unique.
Right.
Oh, it'd definitely be one of one. I don't think you'll ever see another Emerson
I guarantee
with
you,
a.
the minute you put that shit on Instagram, there'll be
Oh yeah,
somebody
somebody
else.
else is
If
gonna
they
have one
don't
made.
have it, they'll send you a message wanting it made.
Let me tell you what I've learned since I started making knives,
That actually looks friggin' easy as hell to me.
especially for you, Brian. You need to hear this. Uh, you. It's very unlikely you'll make a living making what you want. If you want to make money, you have to make things other people want. And those
Yep.
Emerson guys would eat that shit up. Like if you make one of those, you need to blow that up on every Emerson Facebook page, Instagram, all that. I guarantee.
You could do glow material too, Doug.
Yeah. Again, on an Emerson, I wouldn't want glow. I mean, the glow is cool, but I don't know. Those knives just kind of ooze rusty to me.
Because this,
Who are you gonna have you make you that, B Shady?
because
He said
look,
I might need to
these,
have one made for the Excalibur. That's
There
a
you go.
con move.
Start writing down names, Brian.
these
Oh, you
Kalis,
can't do that.
man, you can't ever find these in stock nowhere. You see them on knives, but you can't find them.
Yeah.
I almost told Doug to ban Tristan tonight for posting the shit he put on Instagram today.
You know what would be cool, Brian, is if you made a thumb disc out of the end of a 308 shell and then filled the hollow part with micarta, then drill right through the cap on a 308.
Dude, that one doesn't look
That would
comfortable.
be a cool thumb disc.
That We the People one, that looks like it would tear your finger to shit.
Yeah, it looks awesome, but it probably doesn't.
Yeah, it does
Well-
look cool, but it looks like it would also fucking
But-
They
hurt.
say, like,
They probably don't use it as an opening thing. They probably use the wave. Oh, the 17.
Well, see-
that looks badass with the fucking engraved stars and the
That's what I
1776
saw.
on top.
Yeah, that's what I saw first. It
Well,
looks
see,
good.
depending on the Emerson you have, like this one where it's straight into the top spine, you want a flush sitting disc. The way
What's
I
up, Todd?
understand it, but some of them that drop, this one's kind of straight to commander, but some of them have a drop, like the blade's sitting a little bit lower. You want that raised, and your thumb gets it better.
I've not even attempted to open mine with that disc.
Are all like if you took the thumb disc off another Emerson, would it fit on that one?
Yeah, they're all pretty much a standard.
You need to send me one so I can get the shapes, and I'll start making a couple.
Terry,
I can send you one.
Don't be in a rush to mail that. I can't wrap my head around what all I'm gonna need from you in the near future. There's no point in spending money on shipping. Just hang on to it, and we'll figure it out from there.
Are you ready to have some technical difficulties, Tristan?
I was waiting for you to say something.
Technical difficulties with what?
He's playing
Basically
with a
cutting his
Kunwu.
camera off, showing that Kunwu bullshit.
Oh,
God, they love Kunwu. He loves him so much.
It's because Kunwu didn't call him back.
Shady, you know what my memory's like,
Oh
bud?
no, we talked and
I know.
we agreed to never talk again.
No, I thought y'all were supposed to hug it out when you met.
Well, no, he said that was one of the first things he said is, "I'll give you a hug at Blade Show or something." And I'm like, "No, you won't, and
Uh,
I will bleep you if you do."
Shady, send me a thing on Instagram. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm also switching these. Like I said, this was Scrap Pro Cut. I've got a whole bar of Nitro V, which is even tougher. So these will be in Nitro V instead of
What do you heat treat that pops to?
65.
Holy shit.
It'll take 67.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it
You got a nice
chippy,
collection,
or
Shady, and you had him going
is it
before
rubber
that
tough?
we knew he was an asshole.
Do what, Tristan?
Is that pops? Can it be like chippy, like more of these, Rec
I,
76 or something like that, where it's higher heat treat, or is it,
I, I honestly
pretty tough?
don't know. I do
It's
know
not supposed to be chippy.
I had a chef's knife. If you're watching my live streams, I had a chef's knife that was pretty bad wart. And I'm telling
Uh-huh.
you, dude, I put all 265 pounds of ass behind that thing, straightening it. I bent it like this, and it didn't break. So it's
Holy
tough,
shit.
but that's
That's
what
impressive.
you work out.
Yeah, that's impressive, dude.
But just in the past 2 days, can y'all see? You see it? It literally patinas that fast.
Holy
Been
shit.
outside,
Wow.
it's been wet. And that's the reason why I'm gonna still make some stuff out of it because some guys don't mind that, but like I know Cheeto didn't want. He wasn't happy with his pro cut because of how fast it
Well, what you do is if you're making it, just force patina it, so it's an even patina. Like you could do that in apple cider vinegar.
right.
Boil it, drop it in, you'll get a sweet patina.
It actually acid etches really well, except for
Yeah, or an acid etch, anything. Acid and stone wash it.
yeah. Yes, I'm gonna use up what I've got left.
I don't know. I like steels that patina.
I do too. But when Cheeto reached out wanting one of these, I knew he was unhappy with his pro cut that he previously got. So
I still have to finish my keep the knife free. That's in Pop's Pro Cut. That's probably patina nice out there.
What do you mean you got to finish it?
I haven't put the scales or anything on it yet.
Oh, you got a knife from him and you're adding the scales?
Yeah. So it's the same one Terry got. It's one of his. It's the second version of the Sodbuster Fixie, but it's in Pro Cut.
You know, it's funny. I told Terry I'd make him that knife like 2 years ago. And he was.
This is the original, and that's $10.95.
He was the
This
reason
is
I
the
wanted
knife
to
I
make it.
carry the most. It's a fixie, Brian.
And then
I bet you do.
Carries.
You keister that?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it right next to my Kunwu. But I love this thing. It's 80s.
You put that next to a Kunwu? That's friggin' sacrilege.
Yeah, just I've dropped this actually, and a few times on a concrete floor. 'Cause I'm working on cars all the time and stuff, and they'll fall. And this thing takes a beating.
I need more areas, but it's so hard to get them. You either got to get on the books or they're gone before you know it.
I'll trade you that crow, bro.
Todd,
Thought you had a deal going with it.
No, it never went through.
I haven't tried gun blue on Pro Cut. My experience with gun blue though, if it's not finished perfectly all over to the exact same pattern, it doesn't look good. So,
Have you thought about case hardening it?
no,
That would look sick.
you're just talking about like the Vulcan finish, like where it's all blue and orange and
Yeah, case harden.
yeah. No, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how it would affect the temper. Hey, I don't need the factory sheath, buddy. If it's got yours, that's fine. Yeah. But I got a work week ahead of me, that's for sure. I guess that's a good thing, though.
All
Here's a
of
knife I got in I didn't love this week. Chavez.
is that a Chavez?
Yeah. Dude, I've never been happy, and I figured I'd try another one out with how they make these bolts not flush. They sit up like a fucking camel hump or some shit.
Glad you said that, Tristan, because they do on this as well.
It drives me nuts.
That's another reason why they're so affordable. The hardware.
You can countersink them now, right?
I froze up, didn't I?
For a second.
I can hear you though.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that because case hardening, you got to get it to like 850, 950 Celsius.
You do.
That would ruin the temper.
You're diffusing the carbon or nitrogen into a surface high temperature of 859. No. Yeah, that would work on, like gears, camshaft, fasteners. I don't know. Much damn reading. But
Any of you guys in the chat this week get any cool new knives?
I'm gonna have you make something like this, Shane, but it's gonna be a Warncliffe.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy, Brian. Can you get 4 fingers on that?
With the way I do the lanyard,
Oh, okay.
that's why that you need the lanyard to even get it out of the.
That and a Warncliffe would look so sick.
Yeah, I want to put a little thumb thing in it and then drop it down.
If you did like a cold steel tough light style blade on that, that would look sick.
I got a couple drawn up. I just never do anything.
Cold steel tough light, you say?
Yeah.
What the hell do I do with it? Kind of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I have this one to be like that. I don't want as much of a curve in it. I want a nice
I like
thumb.
how stretched out that one is. Yeah, that's sick.
I modeled this one of the tops. They call it the little finger, I think.
So
I'm not
that's
very
not,
familiar with tops.
who made that for you, Brian?
Friend of mine in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I'd push him more, but he doesn't really make knives anymore.
I got you. Tell you, that wasn't your rimfire. In all honesty, your rimfire is the nicest of the bunch.
There's a guy.
I was looking for it in the box.
I need to send this one to Terry so I get a better sheath. My buddy made that sheath. It's not great. It works, but this is one of my absolute favorite friggin' knives.
There's a guy out by me who I've wanted to buy a knife from just because it'd be cool to get a knife from a maker in my home state. But he uses MagnaCut, and his advertised heat treat is 61 or 60 to 62.
Alto makes some sweet stuff, Doug.
It's a little low.
You know why that is, Tristan?
Why is that, brother?
Because he doesn't have cryo. He's not doing a cryo treatment on
Yeah.
it. You have to cryo it to get it over 62.
So
Yeah, Cheeto, I
Alto-
wanted a Nesmuck, but friggin' didn't want any of the production ones out there, so we came up with this.
I've like felt the difference between the MagnaCut, even sharpening it at a factory 60 to 62, and then some 65 HRC MagnaCut.
Yeah.
There's a hell of a difference.
What's y'all's opinion on MagnaCut after Magnamax comes out? Is anybody going to care anymore?
I still love
It's
MagnaCut. I
gone.
mean, I'd like to try the Magnamax, but I mean,
I'm not going to stop getting the MagnaCut.
no.
Most of my MagnaCut is from Kershaw, and I don't care what anybody says. It's doing a good job for me.
Do you not see
Kershaw
their
rocks.
IG video when they released the MagnaCut? They actually
Yeah, they dropped their numbers. I don't know. Has that guy that's been testing everything done any Kershaws yet?
They did an HRC test on Instagram. Kershaw did. It's not 64.
Oh, I know they did, but I would like to see that guy that's been working with Devo and DVD do a couple and see if
I'm
it
gonna look
actually
up
matches
this.
up. Because who's to say that, they know they're going on IG. They have a batch of like 5 that they know are
I would.
superior.
I would.
I don't think they would, but you never know. I wouldn't think that
Oh wow,
Park River would have been doing what they did either.
there's crazy. The results are all over the place on here, Brian. So they haven't done many tests on Kershaw. It looks like they've done 4 tests on Kershaw's. The launch 20 ran at 63.9, and that's the MagnaCut one. The Bel Air, the only Bel Air that they ran, averaged out at 60.1 HRC. They had an Kershaw Emerson CQC 6K, and that their D2 hit 59 HRC, which seems okay. And then they tested a Kershaw hot
That's going to be in their range for D2. Their range they're going to promote for D2 is going to be 58 to 60.
I was gonna say that's like okay for D2. That's what it's right. There's usually anything if you see D2 over 60, that's surprising because most companies, like you say,
I would love to make some
So-
knives at D2 at 62, 63.
I would love for you to do it because I have the
These are all
Renette.
MagnaCut Kershaws, and they all get a lot of use, and I've had no issue with them.
That's all that matters. I do have a serious question, guys, and I want to preface it by saying I'm not trying to start an anti-China thing again, but I do have a question. Since the Bark River thing happened, everybody's made videos on it. We've all talked about it ad nauseum. But why is it that got so much attention? And those guys from New Jersey Steel Bearing walking up to the best tech table at Blade Show and literally confiscating their knives and telling them they couldn't have them back because they were labeled MagnaCut and they weren't. Like, nobody talked about that.
What
That's
happened?
crazy. I didn't even hear about this, dude.
They went up to the best tech table and took their knives. They took every knife they had laying out there marked MagnaCut and took them. And I
Who did?
didn't know some guys from New Jersey Steel Bearing. I didn't realize that I had gotten the middle of that, but I missed them taking the knives. I was standing there. People have heard me talk about eavesdropping on Larry and Thomas because a guy was talking to him about it, and he was like, I make a commission off every piece of MagnaCut made. No MagnaCut has gone overseas. There's no MagnaCut gone to China. And sometime shortly after that conversation, they went up and pulled all of Best Tech's knives off the table at Mark MagnaCut and pretty much told them they couldn't have them back.
That's fucking awesome.
My point is, I've talked about it several times. Other people have touched on it. Why does it happen as Bart River doing it?
Yeah.
It sucks that Bart River's a U.S. company, but at the same time, people are still promoting Best Tech. They're still promoting all these Chinese companies that have been lying about steel for years. Just less than a year ago, we found out that Chinese S90V is not CPM S90V.
No.
And nobody cares. You should.
If Bark River would have came out before it happened and been honest, they'd still be in business. Does it suck? And is it a little bit of a blemish on your knife? Yeah. But I'd still rather have a USA-made knife from a company that's honest with you, telling you that, hey, steel prices are this, we're getting this steel from overseas, but we're still making the knife.
I mean,
it's way better than what you fucking did.
Yeah, I make knives out of AEBL and Nitro V. They're from overseas too. So
yep.
It's not that big a deal, but I just think it's odd.
It's getting to the point. It's going to be hard to be all American. I mean, most steel that you're going to be able to get is going to be from Germany or fucking.
What's left in America? CTS, XHP, BD1N. Is that it?
Carpenter still, makes a version of most of the popular stuff too. It's just got weird alphanumeric names. But
the other thing too is what people don't realize is Carpenter might be making a lot of steels, but what's the availability going to be when they're the only U.S. company? If you think that some big company comes in and says, we want all of this steel and we'll buy it right now, they're not going to do it. So the knife company still has steel. You're fucking screwed in the head. They're going to sell it all.
Yeah, to end my question though, is if we're all still talking about Bark River and what they did, then why are those same people that have called out Bark River still promoting Chinese companies that have been doing that shit for a decade?
So we're talking about it, and I just looked up the Chavez right here, Chinese made.
Yeah.
This is labeled LMAX. Steel Hardness Labs has tested their LMAX. It tests at 59 HRC.
Yeah.
And their 3V only tests at 59 HRC. Their M390's testing out at 58 HRC. So their stuff
it's because it's probably not
low.
The real steel, and they're trying to come up with their own heat treats because it's not. They can't follow the heat treats that are labeled for those steels. They're not 100% actual the same makeup. It's them trying to figure it out.
Doug will understand this question. Doug, what's the best dessert your mama cooked? Your favorite dessert, banana pudding. If you had a list of her ingredients, could you make that exact same banana pudding?
No, you
can't.
Yeah.
Neither can China. They can have the list of ingredients, but they have never made it as well.
That's a very, very, very.
And
I have all my mom's recipes, and you can't make any of them the same because those were just motherfucking suggestions. Like a pinch of this, you don't know what the fuck her pinch was. Sometimes a pinch was a handful. Sometimes it was a pinch. Like
the thing though is on your hardness rating, it's always to the softer side.
I'm sorry, Doug. There's pills for that, buddy.
These larger companies are not going to run at the harder side of that spec.
No.
It's that harder side of that spec over 1,000 knives is going to cost them so many more belts, so much more wear and tear on the machinery. They're never going to run to the expected hardness. Where chain, if I got to use 4 belts, I got to use 4 fucking belts.
Right.
Because you want your quality, their quality, they're going to hit that range. And as long as people keep buying them at 51 or 59 or whatever, if everybody's like, no, it's trash unless it's 62, their asses would run it at that point.
Right.
But they're
That,
not
that's
in the
why I
knife
brought up.
game. They're in the money game.
That's why I brought up the Kershaw HRC test. Kershaw's never done that shit before. They've never posted a video of them doing HRC.
No.
Well,
Kershaw,
they're listening. They see what the community wants. They see that they want.
Kershaw realized that the community was calling people out on HRC numbers, so they actually did it right and showed that they did it right. They would have never did that 5 years ago.
No. And to your, yeah, look, you Google the whole Best Tech MagnaCut thing, there's nothing.
Right.
Radio
Well,
silent.
let's talk
So
about it. Because
is
those
Best
guys
Tech
are
big
making.
enough?
It's because they're making all their money off their affiliate links and shit with the Chinese companies. And again, I'm
Yeah.
not bad mouthing people, man. I'm just saying that's how they make their money on their channel. So they're not going to badmouth those guys. But what does that tell you as far as
Exactly, Todd.
should you listen to them when they talk about knives? I don't think you should. You know, that was like the whole and guys, I've been friends with Jared Need for years. But when Jared came out and said that his K390 was 2 points softer because they DLC coded it, either Jared, I would like to think Jared knows better. Somebody's lying. That steel tempers at 1,000 degrees. That coating did not. That's not the issue. They just wouldn't.
That's the excuse they gave.
Right. Terry, that as you should, Terry. In all honesty, that kind of goes against my whole business plan. But I still buy knives that I know aren't going to be super performers. If it makes me happy, I don't know how long that Emerson 154 CM, and I don't care. I like the knife.
100%, yeah, Terry. But I also don't listen to anybody because I use my knives the way I use them, and if I'm going to go by what I get from using the knife over anybody else telling me about it.
That's exactly how I use my knives too.
I'll ask people that I feel have knowledge about things like steel. Like I like listening to Kyle talk about steel because I know he's sharpening the shit. I know he's touching it. So I'll listen to him. But anything on YouTube, I love all the YouTube community, but I'm watching just to see the knives, not necessarily what they're telling me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not, you're talking about trying to reach those peak numbers. I didn't create this shit. I was just copying Brian Kim. That's all I was trying to do is heat treat knives the same way Brian Kim does. But I tell people, when they ask, is it still going to be tough? It's not going to be as tough as 58 HRC, no. And if you use it that way, you might break it, But if you ask me to make you something tough, I can. Because literally, guys, the only difference is when I set the temperature on my oven, when I go to temper it, instead of 300, I just put in 350 or 4. That's the only difference. That's all they have to do is temper it at a slightly lower temperature, and the HRC will be higher, and it'll be a good heat treat. Well, and you needed to cryo it first. Cryo doesn't actually affect the HRC. Cryo adds toughness back to the steel so that you can run it at a higher HRC and it not be as fragile.
Nah.
What's up, Josh? I didn't notice you were in here.
I mean, I've got a damn mixture.
M390, D2, all those can be great steels if they're custom heat treated. But if you bought something from a company with INC period at the end of it, that ain't what you got. You just don't. Only
that's like you said, custom treated and finished is the way to go. That's why I want to get a 14C something from you and have you do it at a high heat treat.
Yeah. I mean, I run my Nitro V at 63, 64. And the reason I chose to do that is when you look at the toughness scale as it's climbing, at about 63, it plateaus a little. And at 64,
I agree with that, Big Jim, 100%.
It just barely starts to curl and go down by 2 points on the toughness scale, just barely. And I thought,
yep,
that's where I want to be.
And that's not That's nothing.
No, it's still tougher than. It's still 5 times tougher than 1095.
I got my camera off. I'm sitting here nodding my head and shit.
I want
Yeah,
some
I agree.
D2 heat treated over 62 HRC because
Yeah.
I got
What's up,
some
Matt?
D2 that's on a knife that they tested and it was 61, and I'm very impressed with it.
Yeah.
When you
Like Big Jim said,
get D2
CPM
that high.
D2 is awesome. And it's not
I've
even
never messed
D2 at
with
that point.
CPM
It's more
D2.
like M4
But
at
hey,
that point.
try this, Doug. Go on Alpha Knife Supply or somewhere like that and price a stick of CPM D2 and price a stick of S90V. The D2 costs more. That's why I don't use it.
But CPM D2 is not D2. Everybody thinks it's just plain D2. It's fucking not.
Right. Yeah. Terry, I agree. I have folders now. I don't care about.
I would take CPM D2 over Magnica.
On any of my folders. I buy folders that make me happy because I agree with you. If I want a knife to perform, I'm just gonna make it myself. And it's not gonna be broken in half and bolted back together in the middle. Because that's what a folder is. Yeah, D2 is just too expensive, and China ruined its reputation. That's the only reason.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because you get some good D2, man, and it is a fantastic steel.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
people say it's hard to sharpen, but I don't know. I don't have a hard time with it.
Yeah. I've worked in machine shops and watched blocks of D2 shear mild steel all fucking day long. Like every
It's awesome.
10 seconds it's coming down and literally cutting through all day.
Yep.
So there's something to that.
Yeah, it's good shit.
What steel would you want to compare to D2?
S90.
S90V.
If you can find a comparable thickness, width, and length bar, see what it looks like.
Damn, I'm still looking for that fucking bearing, dude. Gone.
Because I know at one point in time on Pops, I could buy S90V shipped.
Is it like do you have loose bearings? Is it a single ball? Or is it like the whole friggin', is it a
It's like a
contained
skiff.
bearing?
It's like a skiff.
And you can't find, damn, dude.
I know, and it's fucking white too. You'd think it'd be easy to spot.
Do you have a floor magnet? Run that over there.
Yeah, I should.
I mean, college priced it, dude. At one point in time on Pops, D2 was about $40 a stick more than S90V, more than Crewwear. So, why would I? And then I got to convince people that my D2 is good, even though all the other D2 they've had wasn't great.
Now, are you talking Crucible? Because they got the D2 split up in like the K110.
The K110 is just German D2.
Yeah, that may be a little.
I've used K110. K110's good. I'll agree with that, Brian. It performs very similarly to German D2 and
Right now,
or
Pops
D2.
they don't have S90 or D2 in store. Their steel choices are quickly disappearing.
Motherfucker, I found it, Brian. Good idea, buddy.
You don't think I've lost fucking bearings?
So we go, let's see, like 11.4, 1.7, it's 2490.
What's up, Brian?
Yeah, those websites, though, Doug, I shouldn't ask you to do that. Like, there's so many different widths and thicknesses. It'd be hard.
Yeah, it's.
Hey, Brian. Good evening, buddy.
Brian who? Oh, Brian White. What's
Brian
up, Brian?
White.
Yeah, you picked the most fucking confusing site for
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
a special ed fucking reject like myself.
Yeah.
Thanks.
CTS XHP I really, really, really like too.
I had one knife in CTS XHP, and I'm just going to say I didn't think it was very special.
I don't have any, and I don't think I've ever had it, but I want to get some.
I really like it.
You know what I've had a lot of
few
use
spider
out of?
toes in it, and it stays sharp for a long time.
Yeah. Mine just lost its bite very quickly, but that could have been because I sharpened it and I didn't have good sharpening equipment back then. I don't want to badmouth SHP. I may end up having to use SHP at some point.
I've said that before, Shane, about S30. Like, my 940 was one of my first good knives. It's, back before that, I thought 14C was the best shit you could get. I loved it.
For the money,
That and then I was still carrying a ton of HCR because that's how long ago this was.
yeah.
It was early, like when they first started using S30, and I got it. And when I had it, I loved it. When it, a Benchmade out of the factory, which probably still wasn't even that good, but I thought, it's great. But when it went dull,
Yeah.
I did not know how to sharpen this shit. I didn't have diamonds. I just had a crappy whetstone. That didn't work. Then I tried to pull through. It fucking sucked. And then I learned how to sharpen it, and now I fucking love it. I have no problem with. I don't love it, but I have no problem with S30. It's good steel.
Yeah. And S30 holds an edge longer than MagnaCut does. Nobody wants to talk about that. You look at. Well, Kyle will talk about it because it did. The mule outcut all the other steels in MagnaCut. But the MagnaCut mule is also thinner than some of the other mules because it's so tough it could be thinner. All the mules aren't the exact same thickness.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, 64 would be excellent for that shade. Yeah. You just have to know, not maybe I shouldn't side load this steel. It's treated a little hard. Maybe I shouldn't pry with it.
And that's the thing, you're going to have to sharpen it at some point,
I
no matter
saw
what steel it is. And you need to understand how hard it's going to be to sharpen.
Right.
You just need to understand the function of the knife. What are you designing the knife to do? Don't put a steel on something that you need. If you need that toughness or you need edge retention.
Nobody I know is harder on equipment or tools than my buddy Meathead. And when Meathead asked me to make him a knife, I'm making it out of ABL or Nitro V. The edge retention is going to be decent, and I know Meathead ain't going to break it.
You need to make
You
him
can do 14. You can do 14C too. I mean, that's ABL and 14C.
With about that much of a blade on it. That's what it sounds like your buddy needs.
Well, he went through several knives. He started out, his first knife he bought at Blade Show 3 or 4 years ago when me and him went together, and he bought a CJRB. And he went through several of those, and they just kept breaking. And finally, I asked Kyle what to recommend to him. Kyle told me to tell him, because he ain't going to buy an expensive knife. He owns some because I gave them to him. But Kyle told me to tell him to get the Migueron Valona. And he's had that knife in his pocket for 2 years now and hasn't broke it, hasn't chipped it. It's held up really well, and that's 14C.
I love 14C.
I don't have an issue with 14C, but Pops doesn't carry it. So for me to get 14C, and I have in the past, then I got to go through all the trouble of calling Niagara and ordering it and paying for it over the phone because I can't make their fucking website work.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, B Shady and Kyle. Once you get a knife that's got a high custom heat treat on it, there's nothing like it.
Shady bought knives from me early on, and I know the refinement wasn't what Shady's used to, but early on, all I concerned myself with was I felt a little bad because the knife wasn't as pretty as it should have been. But the one thing I did know was that the fucking heat treat was right, because either Steve Clarey or Brian Kim was doing it early on, and then when I started doing it, every still I heat treated, I sent a message to 3 people: Alex Steingraber, Brian Kim, and Steve Clarey. And I compared those notes, and they were always exactly the same. And that's the protocol I went with. And I did it exactly like they told me to. That's heat treated by Brian.
This thing.
Yeah, ground by Sawtooth.
This is one knife that the edge kind of scares me.
Yeah, that thing is stupid.
I kind of
If you
regret
ever needed
that
to
skill material.
use a self-defense knife, that thing's a beast right there, Brian.
Hey, I don't know how long it's going to be, but sometime in the future there's going to be a thug with a ring.
Oh, nice.
But I regret ever using that skill material because it's probably the prettiest shit I've ever bought, and I can't get any more, and people ask for it all the time. All right, they'll show me a picture of your knife. You got any more of this? Nope. I can't even find any more of that. But I think I give $100 and something for that little block of that shit.
You gotta have to
When
start
you
making
got
handle
that
material.
steel?
No, that handle material.
Oh,
That 4-dot. I can't find anything that looks like that anymore. Thank you, Shady.
yeah, it was probably a custom piece, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's got some crazy colors in it.
Kyle, I'm pretty sure Shady bought something from me before the fret, though, didn't he? Almost positive he did. Yeah, I can see the knife. I can picture it. I know he did.
What did you get? What does he have rebladed with Brian's blade on it? Is it a Benchmade or a
Who we talking about?
Hemco? Paul.
Oh, I think Paul's got all of them. I think he's got a Demco reblade and a Benchmade reblade from Brian.
No shit. Those are expensive.
Yeah.
They look sick. But I mean, my thing is I think I'd rather just get an American-made Demco.
Now, Paul's bragging on the behind the edge thickness, and that's legit the riskiest thing you do making a knife. Like when you get past about 15 thou, every pass, you're a half a second away from a blue spot appearing on the backside of that blade. You know,
no shit.
I've gotten better at it. I ruined a knife recently because I burned through it. But to get one down to 5 thou, you're risking all that work to provide that customer with that kind of performance. It's worth it, but man, it's so risky.
So do you?
And I was grinding some down to 5 at 3,600 fucking RPMs. Now I've got a real grinder down to 300.
Things like, fuck it, I'm sending it.
Yeah,
that's fucking full send, dude.
Yeah, that's why my scales didn't look good, dude. All I had to do was touch it to the belt and fucking chew through it.
It's like trying to make scales with fucking.
But I really do
beaver
feel like
teeth.
it made me better because, like, now that I've got it adjustable, and I'm so used to having to be precise and approaching the belt gingerly, I think it helped me. Like that was the first thing I ever ground on my new grinder, and I freehanded that. I couldn't have done that on my old grinder. That fucking bevel would have been up in here and over here.
Learning and getting new equipment makes all the each time everything gets better.
That's why I was showing you all the sheets, though. I bought a t-shirt press. People have been on me for a year to get a t-shirt press because my Kydex sucked, and I got one. The only problem is I don't know how to program it. So as soon as I close it, the temperature starts climbing. So I just have to stand there and watch it. And when it hits 300, I snatch it out. You're supposed to be able to like set it at 300 and it stop there. But I can't figure out how to make it do that. So right now I'm just watching it till it
read the manual.
It's probably in Chinese.
Oh shit.
When I ordered it off Amazon, I knew it wasn't American made. But I don't remember what the brand was, but it was not Vivor. And when it showed up, it was Vivor.
Well,
but it did
I bet you if you YouTube your Vivor shirt press, how to set the temp limit, there'll be at least 5 videos.
None of this shit on the screen makes any sense.
I made a Kydex press out of like wood blocks and foam, and I've used it a few times and it works fine.
Shady's one of the only customers I've ever had that before I've even spoke to him, like I have set out to make knives, and in my mind I'm making it for Shady, and then I just hope he buys it when I'm done with it because I love Shady's his preference in color palette. I love those dark blues and purples and yeah.
All right, I was gonna have to contradict you. I like the color palette Shady chooses, but he is a little shady, liking that Kunwu crap.
Yeah.
But
I've
it's in the
never
name. It's
I've
in the
never owned
name.
a Kunwu, but I've always thought their shit looked good.
I did. I fucking thought Kunwu's shit was awesome. I had a couple on the list to plan to buy until I talked to that fucker.
And then he married John's girlfriend.
That's funny.
That chick that
Yeah.
that Javon is obsessed with.
I remember him talking about her.
Yeah. I've owned probably 10 button locks in my life, guys.
Are you talking about? Okay, all right. I had to unfollow that chick on Instagram because I think she's annoying as hell.
The
No
cigar
offense.
smoking chick.
Yeah, yep, yeah. She calls herself like the Queen of Darkness or some shit on Instagram. Yeah, she was annoying as hell. She was doing like a knife giveaway, so I followed her for it. And then the giveaway ended, and I'm like, I gotta unfollow this woman. She is annoying as hell.
That
Yeah,
makes
well,
perfect sense.
You do have an S90V fret coming, buddy. I promise.
I have to say that since last week when you were flicking your Freeman,
Yeah.
I had searched. That is a very elusive blade to come across.
Yeah.
What's up, Stevie?
They're never in stock. You almost
No.
just have to buy it at Blade Show. And they sell out at Blade Show pretty quick. But what I was saying is I've owned the Mordax. I've owned a bunch of button locks. And
I think Stevie's got one of the blades right now that makes me the most jelly. His sassy is fucking sick, dude.
His what now? I don't even know what that is.
Edgy locked up.
I
You
said,
had a hell of a face. You had
He
your old
had
face going for a second there, buddy.
Dylan Mallory make him a fixed blade, and he calls it the sassy, which is
Sassy.
Stevie was kind enough to give Dylan permission to make me one eventually. So anyway, this is the only button lock I've ever owned that didn't bore me within the first hour. Like the Mordax, I thought the Mordax was a perfect knife. And after an hour of opening it and shutting it, I was just bored with the whole thing. Just did not care anymore.
I don't like flipper only knives. I tend to get bored with them very quickly.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't have a lot, but there's a few. If you get a really good flipper only, there's a few out there that.
in order for a button lock to be entertaining, it's got to have a nice snap.
This is one I'm selling right here. I'm only asking like $40 for it. I paid $65. I opened it out of the box once, and I was like, "Yep, I still don't like flipper only knives." It has a really, really good D10 on it.
If I can finger flick it, middle finger flick it, anybody can. So it's not a one-trick pony.
Yeah, I'm not a flipper only guy. It's the
Can you wrist flip it with the lock? Push the button and flip. Wrist flip.
I don't know if Edgy's talking or not.
Yeah.
He's he's intermediate freezing.
He got choppy there for.
Yeah, he's chopped out.
Sorry, guys. I've said it 1,000 times. My internet only does this on StreamYard.
It's the massive pull from the KNAFOHALCS audience.
Yep.
I get people not liking flipper only, but you can button flick it, you can flipper tab it. and you can middle finger flick it. So I feel for a guy like me, the flipper tab is legit the best opening mechanism because of my hands.
Is Stevie still in here? I want to know if he's going to take my suggestion on the new series of Rambling in the Woods.
She's really the Princess of Darkness now because her skin's all black. She covered all her tattoos up with just solid black ink.
Yep.
I mean, it's a little trashy hot, but I think I can.
Yeah,
A little
not my
trashy,
thing,
yeah.
Paul. Yeah, pretty trashy.
I think I'd get pretty tired of it pretty quick. You know, and all
Yeah,
my
I'm telling you,
all my buddies,
Longar, that'll be a hit, Stevie.
all my buddies would be asking me why I can't date a white girl. It just wouldn't be worth it.
Brian, you would make it real well as a pirate. Just with that one tooth missing, it just
I know.
inspired
I
a
can't
whole
wear my
vision for
damn
me.
thing.
I can envision
I don't
you
give
with
a
one of those
fuck, so-
fucking tied back caps on, fucking seizing someone's ship, dude.
God, Tristan, you give
Yeah,
me
dude.
some
I
homo
can see
vibes
it.
there if you're staring at Brian's mouth the whole fucking time.
Yeah. You don't
Fucking
want to know what I'm thinking
homo.
about, W.
God.
I don't know if you've noticed, Tristan, but I don't have.
He's sitting there thinking gap tooth.
Yeah, I don't have either one of my bottom front teeth.
He didn't want none of yours because he'd be flopping side to side, but
Yeah, but see, you don't look
he'd get some
the only
solid
reason I said
feedback.
anything is because he could pull off a pirate.
Yeah.
It just gave me a vision. I was
I
like, yeah, I can see Brian.
I pull off a trailer park redneck pretty good. That makes sense.
You
16
actually,
by 80.
this is really weird, but I should show you sometime. You look almost identical to my father-in-law,
Who does?
Shane.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you do. It's real. I should show you a picture. It's real funny.
That's a
I
good-looking
showed
dude.
my wife the other night. I was like, look, this guy looks like your dad, and she's like, oh, he does.
Maybe he is.
I have been all over the country.
Well, fuck, I wish. Then I'd be getting free knives for Christmas. It's
That's
better
what I
than the
tell
shit he
myself,
gives me.
I keep telling myself, what am I going to do when people quit buying knives? I'm like, I guess I'll just make Christmas presents if I can't sell them. But
I don't think that'll ever be a problem, Shane.
it hasn't so far. And I'm not bragging, but I legit feel like an imposter sometimes because I've been so blessed with, especially this community supporting me. And now that I'm selling knives to total strangers outside the community, it'll make your head swell a little bit.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that your knives have reached people outside of the little world. You know, that
I knew something was different when last year, I'm not going to mention his name because it might embarrass him, but a very famous high-end master bladesmith called me on the phone to get advice on how to sell his knives. And I was like, are you on social media? Are you on YouTube? He was like, no. I was like, I ain't saying it's too late, but you better start right now or give it up. And he gave it up. He's back in a machine shop working for somebody else.
no shit.
Yeah. And if I said
I mean,
the guy's name, I'm sure everybody in here would know who, but I'm not going to embarrass him that way.
It's the look, mainstream media, all TV, that shit's dead and gone.
Yeah.
When this older generation dies, ABC, NBC, CBS, that shit's gone.
Oh,
Newspapers completely gone.
I asked my grandson yesterday, I was like,
Wheel of Fortune gone.
do they still have TV shows or like are there television series that come on like ABC and NBC and that stuff? Is that even a thing anymore? Because if there is, I don't know any of it. Like, are they still sticking to reality shows like Survivor?
I think they try, but we don't ever turn that shit on. We went complete, internet, apps years ago now.
I think when The Walking Dead let us down.
Yeah, it started sucking when fucking Opie started to suck
Yeah,
with his Skinwalker.
yeah. When The Walking Dead let us down, we turned the TV off and we hadn't turned it back on. Like anytime there's one of those True Detective series on HBO, we'll watch that. So
I
I
watched
watched
The
some of those.
Boys on Prime.
I tried, man. It's just too damn long. I
Yeah, I
enjoy.
lost interest in the boys.
Yeah, I lost interest about the first time, the last thing I saw in The Boys was the first time the nerd and the hot blonde had sex and her eyes lit up. That was the last visual I had of The Boys. I haven't seen it since. I'm so spoiled.
Peaky
This is
Blinders on Netflix
Under
was
the
pretty
Bridge
good.
custom.
Yeah.
Whoever
Did
asked
did
earlier.
you watch the movie?
I haven't yet.
No,
I see it. I saw it was on there.
Yeah.
they just can't. They got to get to where they get ahead and get 2 or 3 seasons lined up, so you don't have to wait for 2 years.
We used to wait on everything.
Yeah,
Now we
no,
just can't do
fuck
it.
no. And I got to watch every episode in one weekend.
Yeah, that's me.
No, I can't do that because then I don't pay attention enough.
No, I can't keep up if I'm not binge watching. Like
Yeah,
if I
I
have to
lock
wait a
the
week,
fuck.
I've done forgot everybody's name, what the plot was, why I give a
Yeah.
shit. I've done forgot all that. I gotta watch them back to back. Like I love the Reacher series for I ain't even been able to watch that, and I could stream it, but the new Reacher just I don't know, it's just too corny.
A big muscle bound motherfucker.
Yeah, I did love seeing him beat the shit out of that guy in the street.
That was fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
that's
That
hilarious.
dude
Did you
deserved
ever
it too,
watch
and his
him in
dumbass tries that
Blue
dude
Mountain
got his
State?
ass whooped because he deserved it, and then he tries to spin it that he was attacked. What a
Let me tell
fucking
you something,
phony.
dude. The fact that
Nah,
he
he
sat there,
that neighbor who fucking ran out in the street, he deserved that shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
First of all, you don't run out in front of a motherfucker on a bike.
yeah. Well, the fact that that dude stood there in front of his wife and cried to that cop, that she will never willingly lay on her back for that man again.
Nope.
Never.
No.
I'm not saying
No.
she won't do it, but it won't be her choice.
There's
She'll
gonna
be
need to be
thinking
a
about
lot
the
of
neighbor across the street.
yeah. There's
He
gonna
was
need to
all
be a lot of
he was all
lubricant.
dropping F-bombs and trying to be a badass. Then when
Hey,
the cop
Blue.
showed up, he started crying to that cop and
What's up,
told him
Blue?
his life is over.
I mean, the dude
Tulsa
was a
King's pretty
Karen.
good.
The dude was a Karen, anyways.
Here's another thing, though. Think about this, guys. He was talking about that Alan was flying through the neighborhood. His kids were right behind him on mini bikes. How fast could he be going? You see what I'm saying?
35.
Right, 35, 30 at the most.
Yeah. You can't convince me he ran off and left his kids. And besides that, when the guy stepped out in front of him, his kids were right behind him. So he wasn't
Yeah,
fast.
and you can see.
And the worst
footage of
part
him
is he
pulling
said
up.
he rides
He's
bikes.
not.
Yeah, he
The
was
guy
watching.
said he's a bike rider. So
Well, he had
he
a
knows
bike
how
right out
fucking
front.
dangerous that is.
Well, he literally was washing some sort of. It looked like a dirt bike. It didn't
Yeah,
look like a
like an
street
Enduro.
bike. It looked like it might have been an enduro. He was
You mean tell
washing
me
it.
every time he's got on that enduro, he didn't break the speed limit by 5 or 10 miles?
I bet he's rode that thing twice. And all of a sudden he thinks he's fucking expert bike rider.
Well, the guy's rich, so I mean, he wouldn't.
Paul, how much bigger do you need to make it? Can't be that much bigger. You might be better off with a round file and slowly doing it, or get a Dremel and put a diamond or carbide bit on it, and you can slowly make it so the bigger stud will fit.
The only problem with carbide is it gets to bouncing and leaves a very rough hole.
Doesn't matter if the stud's going to cover it.
Oh, he's talking about a stud hole. Okay.
He's just trying to make an existing stud hole bigger so that he can get.
Yeah, you can get a little tiny, skinny carbide and just go in there.
Yep.
It'll literally take you 2 minutes with a Dremel. Like I used a carbide bit on some 65 HRC Pro Cut the other day, and it just cut right through it. No problem. I know they make some really skinny carbide bits to go on a Dremel, Paul. I don't know if it's going to be small enough for what you're looking. If I just super glue them on.
Oh, the fucking super glue. Put some sawdust in that transmission.
Yeah. Yeah. Put some banana peels in that rear end.
That's funny you say that, Shane, because on my grip that I had, these studs, the ones that I had on it, they would tighten down, but after a couple flicks, the fucking thing would come loose again, and kind of you could feel it loose. So I tightened it down, and I tried to do the lefty thing and put some super glue instead of like Loctite in there.
Yeah,
it didn't work. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I have studs everywhere, so I just put a new pair on.
Oh, I'll be completely honest with you. I'd be glad to take a look at it, but if it's not something I can do, then I mean you wasted $20 shipping. I'm just not positive. I've got some really tiny carbide bits. I'd be willing to try it. I am going to do my first regrind soon too, by the way, guys. I've been wanting to have my Format Scout reground.
Yep.
Now that I've got a decent grinder that I can slow down, I'm gonna regrind my Format Scout. I'm not saying I'm opening my books up to regrinds by any means, but I want to try it. If I run it, it was $40 on Midway. No big deal. Especially now that I have the AD10 Tonto that Dawson so kindly bought for me. I really don't have any passion for the Formax anymore.
Isn't it crazy how one life can make you forget that another one exists?
It is. Yep. Yep. Don't use super glue in your knives or your fingernails. Was I not the only one that lost respect for him? Like, I remember watching his videos thinking, are you a fucking idiot, dude? You're still dropping that fucking blade on your thumbnail and it's got a 1/4 inch of super glue on it. And how does your wife lay down in bed with you at night? I mean, I was embarrassed for him.
Yeah, I saw the super glue thing and I was like, I'm not fucking doing that shit.
No.
I didn't know he was putting it on his finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a fucking 16th inch buildup of super glue trying to. But the point was, it would have healed if he just quit dropping that fucking Evo on it. Like, he just kept doing it. After it split it in half, he just kept doing it, thinking the super glue would protect it, and it took 6 months for it to heal. It's like, what an idiot.
Well, some people can't help it that they're retarded.
I know.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm pretty retarded, too. I can't cast judgment.
I mean, that's what this whole show's about.
Yeah. I mean, you guys watched me 2 years ago on my live streams literally grind the fucking tips of my fingers off and burn them. I had some nasty, nasty injuries on my fingertips.
Mine have finally healed up from the last batch of shit I did.
I didn't go without a nasty, into the meat injury for over a year. Like, there was at least one finger that, like I could hold it up. You could see the angle where it hit the platen.
This thumb has no feeling, so
yeah.
I have to be careful when I'm doing shit because I'll grind it'll be bleeding before I notice.
Right. You know, Terry, that would have been the smarter. It would have looked almost as stupid.
Damn right, Kyle. Damn right.
Yeah. We need stickers,
Kyle. How happy are y'all that we get to use retard and gay again? I miss those words.
Oh, I love it, man.
You stopped using those words?
Gay.
Yeah, you can use them. The thing was, we could always use them.
I was going to say, I never stopped.
We were just scared to, and now I just don't care.
Oh, not me.
I mean, I get it if you're using it in a hateful manner, but context is everything, man.
Oh, yeah.
But not one time in my life did I ever use
That's pretty
retard
sweet.
to describe somebody with a mental handicap.
Me either.
No, me neither.
No, I would have used retard to describe you, Doug.
Yeah.
You know,
Just open that up. Stevie's working on a new logo. That's pretty sweet.
Oh, that is sweet.
Now, there may have been someone with an undiagnosed mental handicap that I had called that word, but that could have just been massive stupidity too.
Yeah, that could happen. Probably the most embarrassed I've ever been at offending somebody. We were working on this guy's car, and he didn't have a whole lot of money, so it was there for like a year. He was paying a little as he went. We were just working on it when we had time. And his wife kept coming by, and she was like 9 months pregnant, dude. She was just blowed up huge. And she walks in the shop one day, and I realized how long it's been, and I was like, "Why did you ever gonna have that baby?" Should have had it like
Oh no!
It's funny you said something, Shane, because I sent this. I don't know if I sent this to you, but I sent it to a bunch of people. Because
yeah, you sent that to me. I went to see him in Huntsville for like $12.
Dude, he's fucking hilarious, man.
He's funny.
It just meant gay, not gay.
You know what's funny is that he breaks the #1 rule of comedy. All comedians will tell you the very first rule is you don't laugh at your own jokes. But he gets to laugh at it himself, and I get fucking tickled and can't stop laughing. Dude, that whole gonna fight my dad routine.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
That was funnier than Bert Kreischer's machine routine, in my opinion.
Man, I think I just got I don't know how I did it, but I got blocked or I was in trouble on X for like a week. I don't know why, man. They said my shit was bad. I violated community rules.
Did you call
They
somebody?
can tell you're from Kentucky.
No, nothing. I mean, nothing abnormal. I mean, X is full of like fucking porn and shit.
Yeah, that's all. I deleted mine because that's all it was, and I never searched for porn. I searched for it, but not on X, and it got to where my whole I'd have to.
All your algorithms are connected, so they're like, "Hey, he's gonna like it over here too."
Yeah, but I mean, I couldn't even see like people I wanted to follow shit for, watching some.
I never went to X.
Watching some BBL.
Nope, never even had it.
Watching some BBL take a BBC, and I'm like, I don't want to see this shit.
But you watched it.
No, I didn't.
This ain't confessional.
I'm telling you, I didn't. Kyle will back me up on this. I'm not a big booty guy. I like them bubbly, but I want it narrow. I can't handle a big old wide ass. This Instagram ass craze is not for me.
They needs to be able to get up in there and be nice and clean.
Yeah, I got a short pecker. If they got a big old butt, I can't reach them.
You gotta find the right position, sir.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. She got to be face down in the mattress, but still.
Kyle backed you up. He said, "Yeah, Shane likes them shaped like a preteen boy."
Well, I think we can all agree that Livy Dunn's pretty good, right? I think Livy Dunn's damn near perfect. It's not necessarily how much it pokes out; it's how wide it is. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of big tits or tacos.
No.
Or titanium frame locks. I'm a fucking weirdo. I just don't like any of those three things.
I don't like speed holes or cunwood.
Itty bitty titties.
I didn't say itty bitty, but a nicely shaped B is all I need.
I don't need all that.
I
learned about my titties.
I need them to look like they're a recovering meth addict. That's pretty much my style.
I can help you.
Yeah.
God's got some of them in his family.
I need them to be happy that I can take them to McDonald's and Walmart.
Right. Exactly. I need that bitch to appreciate that she ain't out in the yard begging the guy not to turn the fucking power off. Yeah, at least appreciate that. I ain't got nothing for you, girl.
Come on over here, baby. My power ain't been cut off in 6 months.
God, y'all remember those days? I'm sure I know Kyle never went through this, but I remember for probably a 5-year span calling Alabama Power Company every month to set up a payment plan.
Fucking payment arrangements,
Yeah,
man. That was just
Yep.
part of the time.
yeah. When you're in your
Yeah, when my kids were younger, that's all the bills cycle through the.
yeah.
Except for the fucking water bill is due on the fucking 21st. And I don't know how many times I had to float a fucking check hoping they didn't put that some bitch in the bank early.
Dude, they nearly put me in jail over the water bill. And this was after I was financially stable. We just lost track of the water bill. They come out and put a padlock on it right at closing time. It's like 5 o'clock. They padlocked my water meter. Well, man, we got to cook. Kids got to bathe. So I just went out there and cut the some bitch off. That's a crime.
Yeah. So is digging a trench around it and bypassing it.
Yeah. I was like, look, I'll pay for the lock. I don't care. We had to have water. If DHR showed up and I had kids in the house with no running water, that took my children.
Yeah.
Which do you want me to do?
My old house, the city, the water main thing was in the center of my fucking driveway.
The fuck?
Where they could turn it on and off.
Yeah.
And they came and fucking cut to redo that thing once. And then when they did the concrete work, it was shit. It was like 2 inches lower than the rest of my fucking driveway. And that thing was sticking up to the level of my fucking driveway. So if you hit it with a tire, it was fucking garbage. So I kept telling the city, I'm like, you need to fix this. You need to fix this. You need to fix this. They didn't. So I drilled some fucking holes, put some rebar in that concrete, and I fucking poured it and leveled it off. Well, it made their access a little bit difficult. They couldn't quite open it, and they got fucking pissed. I'm like, hey, fuck you.
Right? Regular sweetheart.
Yeah, Todd. That's why I don't go to Thailand.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. No way.
No.
No fucking way.
I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I was always confused by that too. But you guys watch Soft White Underbelly?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here and there,
yeah.
I see him.
I was watching him recently. I was always confused. I thought that those dudes were just trying to trick guys. No, man. There's millions of men a year go over there knowing that they have penises.
Yeah, they love that shit.
And they
For
don't even
some reason.
consider themselves gay. Like they wouldn't normally, but they want to.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I'm
You're
gay.
gay.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Yeah, you're gay.
Yeah. Even if you didn't touch it, if it was there.
What? If you go overseas, it doesn't count? Is it fucking like a Vegas?
It's a whole industry. The whole ladyboy tourism industry. It's a multi-million-dollar industry.
Shit.
I love that guy's show though. That's one of the best things on YouTube. Soft White Underbelly.
Show's wild.
Yeah.
Parks,
I don't think I'm familiar with it.
$800 a month.
He just interviews people from all walks.
Yeah.
What blew him up? He interviewed this inbred family from West Virginia.
The Whitakers, right?
Me and started helping them, and that really blew his channel up. But like he'll interview sex addicts, heroin addicts, people with weird kinks, just all kind of stuff. But he's very non-judgmental. It's pretty entertaining.
I like him and then that bald-headed dude who just goes around to different fucking places.
Peter Sanatori or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
I watch him, and you watch the World According to Briggs.
Yeah.
Those are
pretty good.
Top 10 small city. Yeah.
And it's non-judgment. He just wants to learn and meet new people. And I mean, is that not a fucking awesome gig to just ride around and talk to folks? Fuck. He
lives in Airbnbs, drives a rental car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. If I could have thought of that game.
You guys watch Project Farm? The little dirty guy with glasses that tests everything.
Yeah, I've watched him a few times.
Now his knife tests, because of the way he set the test up, they're kind of bullshit. And kind of not at the same time, because he is right. You could probably get away with a cheap knife, but
I don't think I've ever watched any of his knife shit.
He's only done one or two. You know, he'll be testing like 10 of them. He'll have a bench made, a spider cut. But the thing is, it seems like he doesn't know enough to get the right ones. And then, like Kyle can't stand that I talk about S30V outperforming MagnaCut, but it does on the Catra test. Now, Kyle doesn't believe in the Catra test, but it is the most scientific way to test edge retention. I mean, there's everything else. There's just too many variables. With a Catra test, it applies an exact amount of pressure, and so pieces of high silicone cardstock, it'll cut before it stops. And that's where S30V outperformed.
Well, maybe the day that he puts on socks, he'll understand that science is king.
Right. I'll argue with Kyle about anything. If I find out he's a Hunt's ketchup guy, I'm going to tell him Heinz is the best.
He probably puts
Just
ketchup
getting
on
them
hot
riled
dogs.
up.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes. I didn't say I don't believe in the Catra test. I just don't like the way it's done that specific way. I understand. I'm just saying there may
Damn it, Shane. Get your facts right.
There may be a more scientific way to do it, but nobody has built the machinery and done the research to make that happen. So right now, Catra is the best way we have to test it. But in all fairness, that's a push test. With the Catra, it's not sliding across the media at all. So there are variables.
Best way to test things is to use them.
Yeah. Kyle, won't you sell your watches and ink pens and build a machine that tests them the way you like them to be tested? There's a good idea. I love when I get off a live stream and
he calls you up to yell at you?
Yeah, as I'm going to the bathroom, I hear my phone ding, and as soon as I look at it, he's like, "You had me fucking steaming, you jackass."
You know, that makes me think that I have never pushed his buttons because I might get an Instagram message, but I've never received a call from the fucking principal's office.
I'll rub him raw and just keep grinding at it. Half the time, I don't even believe what I'm saying.
That's why he gets them. That's why he gets the calls. He's rubbing them raw and just keeps going.
Because I might have got a message. I'm trying to think if I got a message that said Shane can eat shit.
You probably did.
What's up, Steve?
Steve who?
Steve
Parks. What's up?
Stephen Park.
Stephen Parks said his power bill is $800 a month.
Yeah, I saw that. That's fucking crazy.
Or something.
How big a house you got, dog?
Dude,
fucking,
get
it would be cheaper.
It would be cheaper to run your house off of a gasoline generator.
Yeah, it seems like it. And when mine hits 300, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, it's
I only have like a 1,800 square feet brick rancher. 300 high to me. And our air conditioner has to run all day and all night in the summer down here in Alabama.
We'd have such cheaper electricity if we had more nuclear facilities.
We should.
Hey, let me ask you this. Why don't they just build them some bitches out on the ocean like they do oil rigs? If the threat is always them overheating, why don't they just build them on old oil rigs
and then you can drop that fucking thing into the water if you have to.
Yeah, all you've got's a fucking door. If something tragic happens, you open it. The water.
That used to be the thing that they worried about in the late 80s and early 90s. It's not. They've so far advanced that now. They have no friggin'.
Yeah,
look at nuclear subs, dude. They've got
gonna say that.
Yeah,
they've got that shit down.
Yeah, the Enterprise has been on the
every
ocean.
submarine now is nuclear powered.
The Enterprise
in Michigan, they were bitching because we have a couple nuclear plants, and they wanted it shut down, and they wanted to go solar and wind, and they put up a bunch of those stupid fucking wind farm things on the lakes and on the way out of the Capitol, and they're fucking ugly. They're worthless. And people don't realize it.
They can't make as much money.
There is so much
power.
Fucking oil up in those things that people don't realize it's just leaking out all over the fucking ground. You can't go
You're
anywhere
killing
around
fucking
them.
eagles.
Yep, you're killing tons of migratory birds,
Eagles,
whether they're
Eagles are assholes, though. In all honesty, they're fucking
It,
assholes, man.
they're a big ass fucking bird, man. I've seen more of them up here than I ever saw in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy when you see a toddler sized fucking bird sitting on the side of the
Yeah.
road. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to fuck with that bastard.
Dude, I was going to Javon's house one day, and they had turned some bald eagles loose on Lake Gunnersville, and I'm going uphill. So just right out my windshield, like a couple hundred yards away, I can see this hawk just drifting on the thermal lift, just mind this business, just drifting around, taking it easy. And then I see something. It looks like fucking Superman, or maybe a Patriot missile. Just this hauling ass, dude. And it comes down and literally flies through that fucking hawk. That eagle just flew through him, and he exploded into a cloud of feathers. Well, as this is happening, I'm getting closer and closer. So it's like right outside my windshield. And he just disintegrates this fucking hawk for no reason. That's when I knew eagles are assholes.
And he did it just to be doing it.
Yeah, just to remind him
What a
his,
cucks.
just to
Must have
remind
been
him.
a Kyle eagle.
Yeah,
peregrine falcons do that to everything.
I bet that.
That's how they hunt.
I bet that eagle don't wear socks. I bet that's what's wrong with him.
Yeah, fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Fucking God.
I just don't get it, man. Wind power, the fucking windmill will never pay for itself in electricity. It doesn't make any. Now
Well,
solar,
Those wind turbines are ridiculous. Solar's getting pretty good, but it's not. That's more for like individual use. Do your own
so
shit. It's not
so
meant for giant. Those giant solar farms are ridiculous. The amount of space it takes up compared to what you can do out of a nuclear plant or even fucking coal is stupid.
I watched a video recently on why the war in Iran is happening, and apparently it all has to do with this huge solar farms that they're going to build in the Middle East and run. They're going to run these huge high voltage cables into the UK and everything from the Middle East. But apparently, this guy thinks that that's the reason behind everything that's going on. But yeah, solar. There is a future in solar, but there will never be a future in wind.
Not with the tech. Not anywhere near what the technology we have now is. No way.
but all of this is bullshit discussion for the fact of everybody who has captured 0 point energy in the last 50 years has been put to fucking death or disappeared.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be. You ever watch the Lost Century
No.
documentary? The Greer. It's definitely worth watching because
You
these
talking about
people that
that
get
goes
put
all the way back
down.
to Nikola Tesla, dude. They fucking
Yeah,
destroyed that man. Destroyed all of his research.
left him in a fucking hotel room to fucking die a slow withering death.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that then they could swoop in, take all of his work, and pluck out what they wanted out of it.
Yeah, and give Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson, they give credit for all that.
Yeah, a lot of that shit. Well, because they couldn't put a fucking meter on it, scared to death at that point, that far back, they're
The
going to lose
reason
control.
Edison has a lot of
Edison, that's who it was, not Jefferson.
Tesla's credit stuff is because Tesla was working for Edison when he did them.
Right.
He worked for him, so the patents and stuff went under Edison. Not like Edison was out there stealing it. A lot of the shit that disappeared was when he died, and the government had tried to discredit him. Then the government took all of his fucking papers and all his shit.
So, do you think he was responsible for that big explosion in Russia?
I don't know, man. I
That's
dove
pretty
into
interesting. That's pretty interesting dig.
Yeah.
Because if he did do that, even if it was by accident, I can kind of understand why the government wanted to disappear that motherfucker. Oh, we can't have this guy walking free.
But I mean,
some of his shit is spot on. Some of it is still so far fetched that it's like,
Who's calling Doug fat?
Kyle wants to. He thinks it's funny.
Oh.
I mean, it's all right.
Kyle fat
It's all
me.
right. If it
I
if it
seen him.
makes him feel better. I mean, if it makes him feel better and you know, I mean, I'd much rather be a fat ass than walk around like some fag without socks on.
Yeah.
I can fix that. I mean, I don't know if you can fix the fact that your feet are funky.
Well, hang on now. Kyle's latest comment is 100% true. If you grew up near Chernobyl, then you end up with a 2 foot long gash. I've seen it.
You seen
Biggest,
the 2 foot long gash?
that thing ran from the top of her butt crack to her belly button. I ain't never seen a gash that long.
You got to get some shit in that.
was she like a special like weekend friggin'? Was she like the highlighter at the show that weekend, Shane? How'd you see this?
No, she was in the knife community. And she had an OnlyFans. It was disgusting.
I'm glad I didn't look.
Kyle gets mad every time I talk about it. It was lacy lace.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, look, if that's how they make money, but swear to God, every dude out there, they can get pissed at me or not.
The
If you get a
fact that you
dude,
say that, I didn't know. I know who Lacey Lace is, and the shit she would like have on Instagram and shit. The first thing I thought is put some fucking clothes on or something. But she was always trying to like. The knife was like right up into her crotch on her pictures or something, and I was like, "What the fuck is all this?" And then now you say she had an OnlyFans. That makes sense.
that really makes it better, Kyle.
It was
Silk
not
socks.
it was not good viewing. I'll just say that.
Well, I'm sorry, but the
I can't
knife
believe you
community-
paid to see it.
I didn't. No, not
Okay.
OnlyFans. I'm sorry. She had a Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub, not OnlyFans. He was on the
I
hub.
just,
On the
I just,
hub.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
the knife community is the 13-year-old version of us with a little bit of money to spend. And I don't fucking want bitches nowhere near it. I want to be fart jokes, and it's it, man. It's just how I am in my brain. It's how I've had it. I don't.
Kathleen so far has been the only solid.
Doug Kelly is gonna whack you upside the head with one of those monkey fists.
You know who
Yeah, but
Kathleen
we had.
Smith is, Doug?
But when you were like younger, I think he just fucking died, or he fell in the toilet.
Are they somebody smoking weed?
It's just
They,
a vapor therapy.
What happened to Kristen?
bang.
Kristen's
smelled
dying.
Kyle's feet. Somebody got a whiff of Kyle's feet.
Is that who's choking?
It's
Who's choking?
it's the scratch and sniff.
You know, no. There's some dust in
Yep, there she is. She was listening, Doug. Good old Kelly. She's gonna make a fucking monkey fist with a pool ball for your ass.
Yeah, but when I was running around at that
That
point,
small ball bearing ain't gonna work on your big ass noggin.
when I had a fucking knockoff Rambo knife and I was going camping on the weekend, there was a chick with a fucking redneck eye and bibbed overalls, and she was cool as shit.
Yeah.
That chick's all right, but the one that's fucking wandering around and I've got to take a knife picture with my titties. I don't fucking care. I'm there to look at knives. If I wanted to look at titties, I'd look at titties.
Dude, there's this Instagram channel, and I fucking love this guy. So there's this new like thing where they'll like women will take like a clip where it's a guy lighting an explosion, and then like right when the thing's about to explode, they'll cut to like their tits bouncing, right? Well, there's this dude on Instagram who's like, who all is sick of these women? And he'll find the real explosion out there and then stitch that in.
Well, We have set the
I know what you're
price.
talking about. Someone, I don't know what chat it is, but someone drops those in a group chat I'm in all the time. You'll see something, and all of a sudden they just bing bing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Massive,
Yep.
See,
and it's always goes into slow mo or something.
My favorite thing on Instagram right now is David Attenborough commentating these ghetto fights at the McDonald's.
oh fuck yeah, that shit is great.
What is it?
It's AI David Attenborough like commentating inner city
I
ghetto
gotta find one.
big woman fights.
Oh, dude, they do AI Trump ones, and those fucking kill me. One of them was like an AI version of Trump as a gangbanger, talking about how he was in the hood. Oh my god, it cracked me up.
I've got one right here. Who hasn't seen that, Brian?
I haven't. I don't think I have. It's not ringing a bell.
I send them to Kyle all the time. That and
It was Billy Bong Blue.
dude, Kyle, John, and Ryan won't even comment on this other video series I keep sending. It's all these people with that was born with the little arms, or the you know what I'm talking about. Doing this
Nubs.
doing this seal dance where they're laying on the floor barking like a seal. I laugh my ass off sending them to them, and they never touch that shit. They're like, don't involve us in that.
Doug, I tell you, I like this knife so much, I might get another one.
I got a black one.
Which one?
Yeah, it's the Beer Buster.
It's bigger.
Yeah, I might get another. I saw they have another one in my Carta. I might just get the bigger version of this. Have them both. I like it a lot. It's a cool little knife.
Kyle, I got to send you something in a minute. I just opened my Instagram and saw something, and you've got to see this, dude.
Yeah, Knife Joy has a few good deals on these. I might grab one. I've seen one of these for, I don't know if you saw, Dougie. I've seen one of these on Knife Joy for
Coming at you, Brian.
112, dude. I was like, oh, I gotta grab that.
I grabbed that this week because it was a steal.
Well, I can't see it.
Yeah, that's scary as hell. That's
The
like, what is
Microverge
that?
Dixie.
Look at
That's cool. I wanted to get one of
Look with
those,
it.
Brian. How do you like it?
and you
Can I
on
see
the
it again?
angles that you had a
What the
disadvantage.
fuck is that thing?
Come on, dog, get in there. I'm gonna bring it on. Bring it. I hold on. Ain't nobody scared. Look at this technique. And he got the jeans. Oh, there you go. Damn it. Shit. I got my ass kicked by the dude with no legs.
That's not exactly what I
All
saw.
right, y'all. I got this video from my man CJ Burnett. Typical little
Damn,
street
he's gonna
fight,
have to
two
move
young
to a
men
new
getting at it.
hood.
But wait a minute. What are you doing? Wait a minute. What the hell is he?
That's it.
He just pulled his
Dude
goddamn
takes
legs
his
off.
legs off.
He pulled his legs off. I don't know what y'all saying. Y'all said, Roddy Perry, let me tell you something. Somebody came to me with no legs. I'll punt him, I'll pick him up. No.
It's nice, Tristan. It needs thicker scales, which I planned on putting something on anyways.
I really, really like that knife.
The Microburst is one of my favorite. Plus,
They're in 14C, right?
Kyle,
Yeah.
Kyle, when do you see this?
or
Yeah,
it's
I like
154. I think it's 14C.
I'd like to grab one of those. They're cool. I like the what's the other fixie he did with Kubi?
14C. Oh, the Dust Devil. That's a great one.
I liked that one too. That's a good looking little knife. I'd like that to carry for work and stuff because it's nice and slim. Oh man, I didn't know they had one with. Is
They
that in
don't.
my card or wood? Oh, that's cool. You made those. What the fuck?
That's walnut.
Damn, that looks amazing, dude.
What the
Oh
fuck
my
are we watching?
god. How are they?
I,
How are
it's
either
just
of them
killing.
able to walk?
It's AI. That's got to be
Yeah.
like they're
I
hitting each
can't.
other
It's
with
so
computers. That
small.
they're
Oh yeah, it is. It's got the Sora thing right there. That's always AI.
I was just laughing because the whole time I was watching it, waiting for somebody to say something. It's like, oh my God, that's amazing.
no. I made these the day I got it. I bought this with Ultim scales,
Yeah,
and
that
I
thing
got
looks
it, and I was
fucking
like,
sick, dude.
and I like Ultim, but I had just gotten a bunch of this walnut
Man, that looks
from
great.
a buddy, and I wanted to make something, so I just quickly made these for this knife, and it was. I think
Hubba
it took me
bubba.
like an hour and a half, maybe, if that, to finish them up.
Kyle, you
Yeah,
win.
that
I'm
looks
officially
sick,
done.
dude.
And
You
I
did a
I
killer job
posted
on that,
it,
buddy.
and someone wanted a pair, and Tree Stanton's Troy's like, those are cool. I want a pair, and I'm like, yeah. So I cut up some walnut. In the next piece, I cut up, it warped, and then I cut up some more. In those, when I was drilling them, they split. I had such a bitch getting him a set, but I want to make one more pair to send to KC.
God, do you know how mad I'd have been if I got stuck with that?
So, have you
There's
seen
the
that
videos I was talking
Casey
about.
has a knife similar to this saber tooth I have, Brian?
A new one or what?
He's got a saber tooth that's blue, but it's got the same pattern on
You know
it.
when the weave comes
Oh yeah, I
off,
did see that. Yeah, it's pretty
So,
badass.
so he copied that off of this knife. Funny enough, he this was done by Darkwater, and Casey messaged him and thought Darkwater owned the knife and asked him to buy it. And Darkwater told him it wasn't for sale, and then asked him to do the same thing on, and then sent him a saber tooth and had him do the same anodization just in blue.
I would
And
love to know what
mine's
them bitches was fighting
Look
over.
at that. Did you see it? What? Hang on. Over a man, I'm sure. Them boobies come out.
Oh yeah, they come out.
fucking shame over a man, I'm sure.
No, what? I know she's going to beat her ass. She's going to show her boobies in a second. And keep in mind, David Attenborough's commentating this. That's why it's so funny.
That's why we need the volume up.
I can't hear it. Send it to Doug over. Oh yeah, that'll work.
Clearly intended to unsettle, entice, or perhaps simply confuse the local beta males. Now attempting to restore order.
Now I get it. I know who that dude is. Does all the nature commentary shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking great.
that's funny.
Yeah, I had it in my hand. This is her supremacy in the theatrical indecency, clearly intended to unsettle, entice.
Oh shit! Kyle said fighting over the last piece of cornbread.
To restore order before law and policy intrude. Maybe they cut it out. After she beats her down, she flashes her or yanks her shirt up, flashes them big old jugs at her.
Oh my God, Kyle.
That's he just said what he wrote.
Kyle, could you believe that picture though, dude? Like I haven't seen her since. I'll fill you in later, Doug. We can talk about it online.
It's dirty.
Oh Jesus, I'm feeling a little
But we're gonna have
These
to hear
things,
this.
these things go fast.
We'll
Here
discuss it
lately.
in the green room after the live stream.
You gotta leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Does anybody else run their TV on Motor Week marathons from Retro on YouTube on the weekends? There's nothing like watching Motor Trend from 1987.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
It's
That's not
great.
me.
Anytime I leave my remote laying there and a video ends, the very next thing that's going to come on is Vice Grip Garage, and it's going to be Vice Grip Garage for.
I like
Oh,
Vice Grip
dude, I love
Garage,
Vice Grip. Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome.
but not old Motor Trend.
It's great. And then I
I
look
love
up and
watching all those car restoration ones.
I liked.
but
Did you ever watch Roadkill? That was a Motor Trend show that was really funny.
yeah, that's when they killed that. I fucking cut off Motor Trend
I did
as an
too.
app.
Yeah, they actually. I don't think
I watched
they like.
Fryburger.
Yeah, I watch him on YouTube. He's funny. I like watching him race boats. Those are pretty cool.
Colin, are you talking about John's live stream when they were talking about Cody's? I don't remember that. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, Ralph.
What's up, Ralph? Yeah, I'm torn what to do with this. I don't know if I want to make a whole new set myself. Just put liners on these and make it purple like my actual microburst.
That'd be cool if you
Is
did
that
the
a fixed
liner
plate?
thing.
Yeah, it's the fixed plate he did.
I ain't making fun of your knife, Brian, but those handles do look kind of cheap.
They're just really thin micarta. This is how they sell it.
I mean, it looks like
The raindrop pattern's cool.
It looks like some plastic they carved off the side of some playground toys.
No, it's
It
not that
kinda
bad.
does.
It's micarta.
Plasticky.
Yeah, I can see
I think
especially when I look at it on the camera, it doesn't look the
Yeah.
greatest, but
Yeah,
it's not that bad in person. I mean, it's not top notch micarta. This is a budget knife, but it's not plastic like.
Well, we appreciate you supporting Knives Fast.
I like Casey.
I do too. I was really mean to KC, and I legit felt bad. Like I blew up on KC to a point that any other man probably would have had to fight me, and he really didn't deserve it, and I felt bad about it, and I've apologized since, and
That whole drawer are all Tempest.
I've been nothing but nice to him ever since.
He's like the
People are even
fucking.
mad at me about it. They think I'm a sellout because I apologize, but he really didn't deserve the attack that I made on him.
KC's an awesome dude. He's just a good guy.
He's wholesome.
I've
got at least one, if not more, of pretty much every one of his knives except for the integral he just had that has speed holes. I have to draw a line at some point.
You drew the line at speed holes?
Oh, I fucking hate speed holes.
I hate speed holes too. I like skeletonization sometimes when it's done right, like almost like bridge architecture, but I don't like just fucking holes drilled in a scale.
So this is about as
Just
close
random
as
round holes pisses me
I get
off.
to something. And this bugs me too. I really want to make an inlay for this. But if I do, it's going to affect the acoustics. And this fucker rings the way it is.
Jelly had a bunch of new stuff come out here lately. Constantly got something going.
Yeah, that is a dumb looking hole. I've seen way worse, but I mean, it's just like, why do it?
Well, not everything can be solid.
Yeah, I like Jerry Jelly designs. This one,
Tempest doesn't OEM knives. They have like Kubi build most of their knives.
that's just a joke in the community.
Yeah, Bend Over Bitch, aka Kyle Coonley, has been saying that forever.
Yeah, that's a sick looking knife. You know what that almost reminds me of is a tactile archer, Ryan.
Not me. What the fuck? Whatever, God. Jesus, son. Oh, Mirsoff, if you're still here, I tagged you in my post. Oh, that's right. I took the post down because Colin informed me that I had epoxy in the hanger hole. So I took the post of your knife down. That's why you didn't see it. So I apologize for shooting you the bird for not commenting on it.
I wonder how many people are just pissed off that they actually are just getting sold a steel that's not the name, and they wouldn't find out unless some rumors came out. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of these people, I was just thinking about, buy knives just because they like the looks of them and collect them and then don't actually use them. So how, I don't know, how are you ever going to know that the steel is mislabeled when you're not using it? And then at that point, I don't understand why someone really cares if you're not using
That's
a
been kind
knife
of
to
my
cut.
point to the whole thing, Tristan. If you've had it for 3 years and you enjoyed it, you were proud of it, why even muddy that up? Just move on. You know what I mean? You didn't care before. Why do you care? I'm not defending them at all. There's really no point in doing
Wow.
it now.
Ben's coming in hot, calling Dougie Elmo.
What the hell?
Give him a shout out, Doug. That's all
Hell
he,
yeah.
all he wants.
Dougie, say, I love you.
All he wants is for you to say.
Who in the hell is this anyway?
Just read it out loud.
Is that a ginger comment? I mean,
He's not gonna be happy till you read his name out loud.
Benno Burr Beach.
Yeah.
Bish?
The
Ben?
only reason he switched
Ben
accounts for
Oberbish?
Ben Oberbitch is because we brought up KC and the whole
Ben, or the,
gay boners.
yeah, gay boners. That's Stevie.
Then they got
No,
what
Ben
is it?
Oberbitch is Kyle.
Titanium. Was
No?
it titanium? What's his titanium something?
Kyle just timed his other account
Titanium touch hole.
to try to look innocent.
Oh, that's Kyle's, huh? I see.
Not YouTuber. I can't fucking remember. Titanium.
Oh, YouTuber Justin?
Yeah. But somebody got him one time. I saw him come up in the chat. They got him in a chat. I think damn near made him drop an M bomb.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was tore up.
Is he from Roanoke, Alabama? Titanium Justin?
I'm not sure where he's from. I'd have to look back on the list. I think I've seen
Yo,
some
you've
stuff.
seen some videos on the Deep South and that soft underbelly video, and you're like, holy fuck, these motherfuckers are living life like it's the 1500s.
Dude, have any of y'all watched the documentary on the Red Dirt about the Dixie Mafia?
No.
That's my
I
family.
don't think so.
That was my family that Buford Pusser run out of Tennessee, and then they went back and killed him because Buford Pusser was just a bigger crook as they were. The movie makes it out like he ran them out to clean the county up. He couldn't carry a gun because he was a felon, but there was a loophole, and he got elected sheriff even as a felon and couldn't carry a gun. He ran my family out because they were running all the organized crime there, and he wanted that money. He was a no good piece of shit too.
There ain't too many in charge.
Yeah. Billy Sunday Burke was like.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think pretty much everybody who's in power now is scum.
Period.
The Whitaker Shane? No, not the Whitaker Shane.
The Whitaker thing is crazy. That one dude who couldn't even talk, he just yipped. He'd be like, "You want food, skater?"
Shady, look up on the Red Dirt on YouTube. There's tons of documentaries about the Dixie Mafia.
And the cornbread mafia didn't exist neither.
You know, it's
You're
weird
gonna get a Kubiton, Shane.
that old Billy Burke doesn't get credit, but he was he holds the record for the most kills in the United States. He killed more people than any serial killer, any of that shit.
Who's that?
Who?
Billy Sunday Burke, the leader of the Dixie Mafia. My pawpaw was Pill Bill from Easton Hill, and he was in charge of the Dixie Mafia's moonshine production. Any illicit moonshine, drugs, all that. That's why he got nicknamed Pill Bill from Easton Hill. You can look up the Colombian cocaine plane that landed on Treat Mountain in Cedartown, Georgia. My pawpaw Bill Moore cut that runway with a tractor.
It's called In the Red Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. That sounds really good.
It's very long. Is the only problem. It's just them talking to interviewing Billy's son for hours and hours.
That's okay. I'll watch it while I'm working on something.
What?
Those are always good to have going in the background when you're doing something.
What happened to Ben Ober?
The thing they're not
Exactly.
really clear about, though, they were crooks, they were killers, they were drug dealers, all that stuff. But none of them guys got rich.
What's up, Jay?
None of them got rich. They were literally feeding poor families with that money. You know, these were all underprivileged, white trash, poor ass white people.
But that's why they stuck together.
Right. And the history doesn't. You can follow the history all the way back to post Civil War, when the Northerners came down here and just took everybody's shit, and raped and pillaged after the war was over, and people lost their land. People who didn't even have anything to do with it. That's how all of it actually started. And they just got tired of being treated like shit. They started.
Yeah, you push people far enough, they're gonna bite back.
Well,
they killed judges and lawyers and witnesses, and they killed all kinds of people.
well, you go to the right spots. I mean,
I'm not saying
James
it's okay, Kyle. I'm not defending them. That's the reason why I live in Alabama and not Georgia, because my mother moved here to get me away from the rest of my family. It's just, all I'm saying is, you don't get the whole story.
We got the good Shane. Imagine if he didn't get pulled out of there.
Right.
He'd be selling crack, not knives.
Well, meth was what brought it all down. They started selling meth, then they got to using meth, and Michael Bailey paid for the sins of all those people from back then. Like, everything landed on him. They charged him under the RICO Act.
8 informants changed every fucking thing.
Yeah.
When they started that bullshit with mandatory sentencing and they could bring you in for nothing to flip you on somebody and flip you on somebody, and then you had idiots with a dime bag that fucking hemmed up everybody.
Yeah.
It's just, and there ain't nothing worse than a cocksucking fucking little snitch that comes back out 24 hours later and goes right back to business because his ass is getting fucking protected. It's just that's
Yeah,
fuck
but what
that
they don't
shit.
tell you about that is, though, once you become a snitch and they've got that charge hanging over your head, they don't care if you die getting information.
No,
they're going to bleed you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're better off just do your damn
Just doing
points and going back to business, man.
Fuck being a rat, too.
Go in
Why
there,
would you
do
do
your
it?
fucking time, and fucking.
Most of the people that the Burks killed were rats or witnesses.
Be a fucking man. Don't be a fucking rat.
If you're gonna play the game, be ready for the consequences. Don't cry when it comes time to put your fucking jewelry on.
100%.
That's the only reason any of these organizations fall. I mean, look, this dirty ass government, they know how to pick them.
Yeah.
Because these motherfuckers ain't squilling on them. They take their money and they walk around smiling. I guess it's, it might be because the
Did you
justice
see?
system didn't go
Did you
looking
see
for them.
that professor that was supposed to uh, testify against Bill Gates just mysteriously came up dead recently?
Oh,
Yeah.
imagine that.
Yeah.
They
I
didn't
mean, how
try the
many?
suicide thing this time.
I mean, what? We're up to 11 scientists that are missing now that have ties into all kinds of cutting edge fucking shit from AI to
I
nuclear.
didn't even know till recently, dude, that Anthony Bourdain, Chris Cornell, and Chester Bennington were all working on a documentary about child trafficking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all three of them killed themselves.
Yep.
Really, really?
Kinda odd.
Yeah, while away from their wife and family, like there was nobody
Yep.
to witness. Yeah. And Anne Hesh, I always forget Anne Hesh. My bad, Kyle. Yeah, they killed her too. That's why I just try to concentrate on this little 6-foot circle over here in Rainbow City, Alabama. There ain't shit we can do about it.
No. No. That's about it. I got to ease
Yeah,
off
that's
of it
why I try not to
sometimes.
get worked up about it, man. I mean, what are we gonna do to change it?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
And what's
nothing.
funny is how we act like it's new. Dude, it's been this way since the beginning of time.
Yep. I mean, we can weigh it out. I mean, do we really want a new master? We really don't have it that bad.
No.
They're not blowing
People,
us up yet.
But that's how they get away with it, though. As long
Yeah,
as
they
you're
keep it just not bad.
yeah, as long as
Corruption's been around since the beginning of time. I'll give you that, Edgy.
you're
But in the U.S., when it really started, when we lost it, was after World War II.
yeah.
Oh, the work up into it. The Fed, what, 1913?
Well,
That's
it when we really
fucking
lost it though
ridiculous.
was the CIA and stuff after all those
I was gonna say after 9/11,
agencies we
Freedom of
had using
Information Act.
it. Then they started doing all their own shit and keeping it all off the books.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Reagan gave them their power back.
Yeah, but Reagan gave us government cheese too.
It was some damn good cheese, man.
Best grilled cheese sandwiches ever.
Absolutely,
But
it
they
was.
can fucking keep that powdered milk bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking nasty, watered down ass powdered milk.
The peanut
Fucking
butter
tastes
wasn't
like,
bad.
yeah, if you fucking stirred it with a
Yeah,
paint stirrer.
you peel that plastic lid off, and there's like 2 cups of oil sitting on top of it. Yeah. This clearly we were all poor.
Yeah. Orange juice in a can.
Yeah.
Tang.
With hang sandwich.
There's no cheese in America. We know yourself.
Oh my, here
Government,
we fucking go.
government cheese.
Kyle, you didn't have to comment to let us know you never ate government cheese.
Yeah, we kind of knew that already,
I don't think
Penrokers.
it. I don't think he's saying he's never had government cheese.
Yes, he is.
I just think he's confused about government
He's making
cheese.
damn sure everybody in here knows he never had to eat government cheese.
I'm surprised he wasn't in the process of tight rolling his jeans.
Ever saw I sent you some pictures, bud?
You didn't tight
He
roll your
doesn't.
jeans. You were nobody.
I never tight rolled my jeans. I knew people that did, but I never did.
Rustlers didn't tight roll very good.
No. No, we had this one kid at school whose mama was a really good seamstress, and she, what was it they called it back when they would tape roll? She would taper your blue jeans so that you could tight roll them real easy. Yeah. I just, well, honestly, I never got into it because I was so poor I couldn't pay the lady $5 to taper my jeans, so I just never did it. That's how
Then the
that.
Change
big
your
white
pants and have them
socks
dry
over
clean.
them that people would. Oh.
What a time to be alive.
Is that Marcel that was talking shit about American
Parachute
titties?
pants were awesome.
Yeah. Well, he'd probably be speaking German if it wasn't for fucking Americans.
That's right.
Yeah. Beating kraut instead of fucking croissants. Wee wee.
Doug, be nice.
I remember
They're losing their culture as it is.
even better than the parachute pants were the muscle pants that came after that. The big baggy ass loose leg that had elastic on the ankles and the waist. They come in all those bright colors.
Hammer pants.
Kinda, but not as puffy as his pants. In California, they called them muscle pants. Apparently, a lot of the bodybuilders down at Huntington Beach were wearing them. Brian talking about the Fed meeting.
Velvet pants. Western Europe is gone. Rest in peace.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it ever recovering.
They got way. I mean, you know why? They don't have guns.
That's exactly why.
Ours would have fucking fucked our eyeballs out a long time ago, but they're
You
scared
know
just like
who's
everyone
looking?
else is.
You know, there's the stigmatism for the people, but you know who's looking really smart right now? Poland.
After all them dumb Polak jokes,
Yep.
they
Because
remembered that.
Poland said, no, we're not opening our fucking borders for a bunch of immigrants. And no, we're not letting you all come in here. And then if you did get in there and you pulled any shit like you weren't wanting to be a Polish citizen, they just fucking threw you right back out.
I got two.
Fuck you, they said.
I've had two more random people off Facebook order pricks since we've been live. I'm
That's
actually going to
crazy.
work. I'm going to have to work a full-time job this week.
You got a lot of pricks to work.
Yeah.
You've been working on prick all week.
Shane, you
One
always
prick
knew
after another.
you always knew you could make money handling a prick.
Yeah. Yeah.
My hands are so tired from handling these pricks all week.
Yeah.
Man, these jokes could just keep going.
You ever saw our illegals? Could be unpopular opinion, but our illegals, some of them are the absolute best of us. I know. Well, not just illegal. I'm just talking about immigrants in general. Some of the best people I meet anymore are immigrants from Mexico, Guatemala, wherever. Matter of fact, I was backing out of my yard today. I had a white guy, a buddy of mine. I've known him for 30 years, mowing my grass, charging me $80. I ain't been able to get him to show up for 3 weeks. My grass was damn near knee high. I was backing out of the driveway today, and I see this little Guatemalan barely looking over the steering wheel of his Tacoma, dragging a zero turn. It looked like he was about 50. So I just sat on the horn, and he stopped in the middle of the road. I walked out there. I said, "You cut?" Yeah. How much? I said, I fucking paid the man. 30 minutes later, my yard was perfect. He's my new yard guy now.
It's yep. Apparently lazy and stupid.
Actually, I paid him 70 instead of the 60 that he asked for.
Well,
what I didn't see coming.
Shane just wanted his damn yard cut.
Yeah, what I didn't see coming was how they've taken over. Not taken over, that sounds bad, but how they dominate the auto mechanic industry now. Like all the best mechanics I know rarely speak English. The only English words they speak are car parts. Like they understand alternator and rod bearing and they're the best mechanics you can
Oh,
hire.
They're faster
I
too.
run a, I'm
Hard
moonlighted as a
workers.
fucking night shift
Very hard
AutoZone
workers.
manager.
Yeah,
I was a gray shirt for a while, and them old boys that wrote it, the best 5'4" mechanic, Mexican coal miner.
yeah,
He rebuilt 5'4s in the evening. He had more than he could ever, the time and chain slap and all that
right,
bullshit. Man, he could run. There's a waiting list to get in here.
right.
And guys talking about you take it to a fucking shop, it'd sit there for 6 months and still not be right. This old boy would have it for 2 days, 3 days, have it done.
Yeah, that hot
Nah, I
rod
mean,
shop I work at, the guy actually back there building all those turbos and doing all that custom plumbing for him. He's a little short Mexican guy, good as gold. His wife comes by every day with his 2 or 3 kids, brings him a plate lunch. They're just good people.
well, they're
Now
living.
we are aware that some of our illegals are not from Mexico and some of them are not good people.
Yeah,
I'm just
some of
saying.
them have face tattoos. We know.
But the majority of them that I've met in my area, my experience with immigrants in Etowah County, Alabama, almost all of them have been very positive experiences.
Yeah. Well, the ones that brought from their third world, they brought their family oriented mindset still,
Right.
where they husband, wife, children, you take care of your children, make them better than you.
Yeah.
They have that mindset. They're good people. They haven't been brainwashed into this bullshit now of the fucking, well, you can leave your old man, you can do better.
Yeah.
These bitches running off and
I'll tell you,
men trying to fuck 12, 18-year-olds every day.
I'll tell you the biggest proof of that, dude. I don't know about in Kentucky, but in Alabama, you can go on DHR and look for children available to adopt. You know what you won't find? You won't find a
Yeah.
Hispanic child.
No.
Because even if mom and daddy die, somebody in that family taking care of that kid. Now, they might let them run clean to the other end of the mall ahead of them and look like they're unattended. but they raise them kids. Their kids do not end up in the foster
But
system.
them kids know you fuck up, you're gonna catch a brutal hand.
You can
Yeah.
catch a beat down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna dive into that, Todd Carr, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, no, I ain't fucking it.
Yeah.
I won't do nothing but piss people off on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fucking any organized religion's horse shit. It's a fucking money grab, bunch of fake ass shit now. Anyway,
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I grew up.
And that is not speaking against Christianity. That's speaking against
No.
organized religion.
Yeah,
I agree.
no,
I don't
I was
disagree. It's really sad.
I was raised in that bullshit Pentecostal religion. They can all eat a fucking. It keeps them in the church, so they can keep an eye on them.
Right.
Did y'all see that show, that television show that was about mega churches with Danny McBride?
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the righteous gemstones.
Oh my God, it'll make you laugh your ass
It's
off.
just
It's so hits the nail right on the head
it's a
about
hit on
rich.
televangelist, mega church. Any pastor that's got a fucking private plane, nah, he's got a spot waiting for him in hell.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's just, I don't know. I got my own outlook. Me
There's
and Jesus
there's a
got our
church.
own
Yeah,
talk.
churches weren't meant to make money.
There's a church.
Not for what. Not for the people. Not for the pastor.
The biggest church in this county is 3 blocks from my house, and that the pastor has been there forever. And his current contract pays him over $1 million a year, and he gets a brand new Mercedes every year.
What?
Holy shit!
Yeah, it takes in that much money; they can afford it. But the point is, how many people could you help with that $1 million?
Yeah. That's hell, what is it that Samaritans organization? I used to think they were something when I saw that. Man, they're horse shit too. They got their own private bug out island. That's a bunch of fucking horse shit, all of them. No, it's that whole bunch that take any kind of tax free. The Mormon Church, the kind of money they move around in the stock market,
Yeah,
and what are they invested in? Weapons and pharmaceuticals.
yeah. What got me, dude? When we looked into adoption, it was so expensive. I got curious and got to looking to see if, like, the Baptist Association, if there were any programs to help you pay to adopt a child, and there's not any. And that's the one thing that we were told to do, was to take care of widows and children.
Yeah,
But no church around here will offer you financial help to adopt a kid. You
they
know,
ain't gonna offer
That's
you any
crazy.
financial help.
no. If you got blue hair and smoke weed, they'll pay you power bill every month if you go down there and beg.
Yeah, they'll pay your gas bill or you know electric bill.
Right. Yeah. It's
It's
sad.
fucked up.
Very sad. Very sad state we in.
Yep.
But at the
And there
same
ain't nothing wrong with paying that if you need it. But the ones that get it every month, that's different.
That don't need it.
do y'all have those Facebook pages in y'all's towns, like what's happening in?
Oh yeah, there's all.
Yeah.
Well, mine's more like a scanner, just showing Quincy's fucking how many times the police get called a day or shots
Well,
fired.
all mine is the same chicks posting every day. I got 3 kids. I started a job on Monday. Somebody helped me buy some formula and some diapers. And
Yeah,
then 7 days later, I got 3 kids, raised them by myself. I start a job next Monday. Yeah, just and what kills me, dude, is those people are in there like, "Oh, call me, hun. I'll help you." What yeah, whatever. They ain't
yeah,
never gonna quit. As long
Yeah, the best part is when you go, yeah, we got this food we're going to donate if you want. Oh, no, no, no. I need 20 bucks.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
oh, Josh, I agree 100%. That's we're supposed to do that for people in need. But the problem is, everybody knows that they can get away with it now. Like, I didn't realize, as a homeless person, uh, you can eat every day. Well, I don't know about y'all's town. In my town, a homeless person could eat a hot meal every day of the week. All they got to do is go to an AA meeting,
Yep.
walk in there, eat, and walk out. There's no reason why any of them would go hungry. But
I mean, I'm just kind of wondering. No outpour from any of these large. The Pope finally said something, but all Christianity we should be solid anti-war across. That's
yeah,
if you believe in the teaching of Jesus Christ, violence is not the answer.
yeah.
It is it's all but anything but.
Right.
I just can't
What did
can't
he say?
bite it.
What did he say about immigrants? That you were to take them into your home and treat them like
Yeah,
family? Yeah. Who knows though? All we know is what somebody told us he said.
that's it.
You know what I mean? It's all somebody's version.
And yeah,
Like, I didn't
and
know
and
until just recently that Mary Magdalene wrote a book of the Bible and King James removed it. I didn't even know that. I had no idea.
and there's no telling what got pulled out so that they could write the Schofield
Right.
version.
The thing that's crazy about the Bible is all the different writers and books of it. If you look at it, the way they're referenced and they come together, people couldn't do that
No.
without some kind of
Yeah, I don't think anybody would.
knowledge being passed on to them to have it work
Yeah.
the way it interacts.
Josh, that I'm hats off to you for choosing to be a good person anyway after having something like that happen to you.
So the original books weren't messed up. It's how they've been changed through history, and the churches have.
And languages have
But the
changed.
thing about this,
Yep.
you remember going to vacation Bible school when you was a kid?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
How often was the theme the Crusades? And, and on Sunday when your parents are there, you all come marching down the aisle to Onward Christian Soldier. Did you do that in vacation
Yeah.
Bible school? And then you find out what the Crusades were. It had nothing to do with Christianity. It had to do with taxing
No.
people. And
Yeah.
if you didn't convert, we're going to kill you. Yeah. Yeah. Ugly stuff, man.
Yep.
Yeah. We're ugly people.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
something pure, manipulate it.
It
yeah. I mean, dude, the third person ever born killed a quarter of the population.
That's human. It's human
When Cain
nature.
killed Abel, he killed a quarter of the population.
Yeah.
There was two dudes, and one of them killed the other one. Yeah,
Because of
The
jealousy.
first two.
yeah, yep. Just human nature.
He
Always
killed
has
the
been.
nice one.
Yeah,
We're fucked from then.
And that's how it's always been since.
yep. Well, guys,
evil intent will always
Yeah.
find a way.
I'm fishing out to call it. I got a bunch to do tomorrow.
I got the same thing.
Jane's got a bunch of pricks.
Yeah.
A bunch of pricks waiting for him
I got
tomorrow.
something I want to show you backstage, though, Doug. Y'all hang around for a minute.
You got a bunch of bricks to play with.
So y'all stay sharp, stay safe. I still ain't fixed the iPhone thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
see
love
y'all next
y'all.
week.
Even if we said something you highly disagree with, love you anyway.
Thanks,
Yeah, come
everybody.
back.
Have a good one.
Love y'all.
Don't
Have a good night.
don't be a thin skinned prick.
Yeah, how about that?
I can do that.
I pushed a button.